in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad.
Somehow I managed to delete the chat. I don't know how the fuck I did that, but I did it. Okay. How we doing this morning? How we doing this morning? I fucking love chili dogs. You should open up a chili dog cart. You should. Or a hot dog cart. There's nothing like waking up in the morning, rolling over and getting a chili dog with like onions and maybe some fresh onions and some like fresh jalapenos on that bitch and some cheese. Oh, that sounds so good. Nothing like rolling over, having a nice chili dog breakfast and dying of heartburn by noon. This game looks really good. This game looks really fucking good.
大家好，我是湮灭之潮制作人傅坤。新实机发布后啊，我们的后台收到了很多的留言。
After the release of our Break the Mirror gameplay trailer. We received numerous messages and supportive feedback. It looks good. The game looks phenomenal.
大家最关心的
While many were asking for updates about the game, another subject that everyone cares about, the game technical performance.
还是游戏在
Yeah, how will the game run?
技术上的表现。作为单机动作冒险游戏，
The action
为了尽
adventure
可能地让
game
玩家
to ensure play. I'm not reading
获得
all
更好的
this.
体验，
That's too much.
最大化湮灭知识的用户。
I just want to
我
watch
们
the
和各
pretty
大芯片
colors.
厂商以及 APEC 展开了深度的合作，共同的完成了新一轮的技术优化。
还记得首曝预告片
Oh yeah, don't forget to hit like, guys. Don't forget to hit like.
确实震撼，
Pushes us up through
但
the,
意味
the
着
algorithm.
战斗要在运动中展开，技术上有难点，所以和 APEC 合作后，我们第一个要解决的就是模型搭建的问题。我们希望巨大骑士在动起来的同时，身体上依然有足够高的模型精度。于是我们重新制定了一套分层挂载方案，既做了一系列减法，也做了一系列加法。
This looks like a new. This looks like a new Elden Ring style game. It's like Elden Ring only with like women. It's like
在这一块，U1官方也为我们提供了不少帮助。
为了让这个大家伙
the
能够
art
更好地
looks
动起来
phenomenal.
我们和日食边缘的伙伴一起分析了 CPU 和 GPU 侧的性能热点，对比了多种技术思路，对动画、逻辑、地图做了精细的控制，减少计算量，有效地提升了这个关卡的平均帧率。我们希望，当巨大骑士出场时，大家享受到的不只是视觉震撼，还能体验到战斗和探索的乐趣。
What the fuck is that? A character you can play? Hold on. Is that a playable character?
我们希望，当巨大骑士出场时，大家
It
享受到的
is.
不只是视觉震撼，还能体验到战斗和探索的乐趣。
That's sick.
为实现多平台的良好游戏体验，我们与英伟达进行了深入的沟通。除了时装超分、光追等技术外，还请对方提供了更详细的性能分析。未来将在驱动层进行联合优化，同时腾讯也提供了技术帮助。此
I'm
外，在
getting
多
like
方
some
协作
Elden Ring Stellar Blade vibes. You know what I'm saying?
我们也优化了角色的无缝演出、动画过渡效果、布料结算的真实感、人物面部表情控制等各类细节。
感谢我们合作伙伴的支持，让咱们的游戏优化能更扎实、更有底气。最后，我们有个新的消息要宣布：今年夏天，我们将带来游戏的首次线下试玩。
Oh, okay. Best. Oh, we got boss here. Really good. I got an one Undertale X Blue archive. Are you interested or no? I found a YouTube link for it. The thing with suggesting links, guys. And this is for the Twitch chat. I just now realized that I've got a few chatters over there. The thing with linking stuff is that I also stream to YouTube. So if I react to any kind of content, I have to email the content creator and make sure that it's okay for me to use it, because if I use their content during stream and I do not have their permission, they could strike the channel, which would do devastating amounts of damage to the channel. So I typically don't go with suggested links. If you give me a content creator, or you link certain videos so that I could find a certain content creator, I will email the content creator. But the thing is like, it could take months. It could never happen. So I wouldn't get your hopes up on it, if that makes any sense. But I can't just watch whatever I want on the stream, because I also stream to YouTube, and YouTube's policies are strike first, ask questions later, and typically they always go against the content creator.
面向所有玩家开放报名，欢迎大家关注我们，也希望这些技术上的努力能够让大家玩得更尽兴。
But I do suggest joining the Discord and dropping links in the Discord. I'll check it out eventually. My sleep schedule's been so fucked recently that I've just been dragging my ass through the dirt. I have been so fucked recently. It's not even funny. But I'm gonna get around to it, I promise you that much. I always do, so. I always do. Oh, I'm absolutely zombified. I'm fucked, dude. I don't know what it is, but like since last week, I don't know what the fuck happened, but every time I try to go to sleep at my normal time, I will lay awake for at least 4 hours. And I usually don't try to go to sleep until like 10 or like 11, and I just lay there. I will be exhausted up until that point, and then I just can't go to sleep. Because if I sleep too much, I get groggy, I sleep too little, and I look like this. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea, man. I'm fucking cooked. Fucking cooked, man. Oh! So, I actually bought the steelbook of this game when it first came out. And I actually I enjoyed this game for years. Then I just stopped playing it. And haven't really been able to go back to it since. I don't think I will return to it because I've spent years playing this game. I've platinumed this game on PlayStation. I've done everything with this game, dude. This game is amazing.
Things. A few things before.
See, this is all new to me. This is crazy. I've never seen this shit before. I've never seen this either.
Left the sun and moon behind. Galaxies waiting to be found. Planets rich in resources. Battles to be fought. Treasures
Yo, Boss Riley. Yeah, stick around, y'all. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Except for the weekends. We run a little bit later on the weekends. I get on at the same time, but I will stream typically later on the weekends. So, I'll get on at 8, and then I'll probably leave around like noon or 1. So, like, this guy looks crazy cool. And it looks like the graphic fidelity's gone up quite a bit as well. Dude, this looks really good.
a universe.
That's crazy looking, bro. Yo, W No Man's Sky. Another free update, huh? Yo, W No Man's Sky. Oh, man. Okay, what else? Oh, what's this? What the hell is this? This looks sick. What is this?
Peggy 16.
Oh, okay. Yep. Where do I pay? Where do I pay? I need to know where I need to pay. Oh, you know what? I bet this isn't gonna be, I bet this is gonna be turn-based. How much you wanna make a bet? It looks too good to be true. Oh! Damn, get it. Oh! Oh, this gameplay. That's it? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. Ew. What to expect from PlayStation State of Play? Oh, yeah! Is it the State of Play? Oh, yeah, let's go. I have been playing this game. I have been thoroughly enjoying this game. I actually love this game. I would prefer to have another Arkham Knight, but I will take this.
You make yourself more than just a man. You become something else entirely. And that is a legend, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, I would like to walk something back. I said that I thought this game, 007 First Light, was gonna be bad. I thought that. Everything that I've seen so far looks really fucking good. It looks really good. If you like the stealth spy games, where you're not going in guns blazing, this game is for you. The story is very compelling. It makes you want more. It is really good. If you like 007, you will most likely like this game. Like, you will probably love this game. I have been hearing nothing but good things about 007 First Light. I was wrong. Oh, and The Witcher 3 is also getting a DLC.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Max here with your fix of gaming news. Coming up, The Witcher 3 will be getting a brand new expansion next year. Kingdom Come Deliverance devs teased their open-world Lord of the Rings game, and the OLED models of the Steam...
Oh, yeah. They're making an open world. It's going to be an MMORPG Lord of the Rings game. I don't know who's making MMORPGs this day and age, but, man, you need to find something else to do. Oh, that's that stupid fish, right? Yo, I know what that fish is. We probably gonna watch a video on that fish. You're gonna like this. How's it going, Anthony? Who's going to apply it? How's it going, Rachel, darling? We got Lunchbox in the chat. We also got Craig, Warren in the other chat. Morning, guys. Morning, all y'all. W chat, by the way. I haven't even said that this morning, bro. I'm so fucking cooked. I just got my little bit of caffeine. You know what I'm saying? I just started my brain is firing on like no cylinders, and it's starting to gas up again. So brain is going through the normal defrost mode. It's a toucan. Yo, toucans are scary. I don't know why so many people like toucans, man. Their beaks are like razor sharp. Like, they're scary. I don't like toucans. They're pretty, but like, I don't know how friendly they are, so they scare me. It's that thing of like, you don't know, it's the unknown, so you're scared. What the fuck is that thing, dude? That's a war turkey. Yo, what is that thing? I've never seen a bird like this before. What is this? Is this like the original chocobo? Like, what is this thing? It's an oversized fucking duck. Like, what is this? See, I'm not too scared of this one, because what you do is whenever this one starts attacking you, you just aim for its legs. You gotta aim for those noodle legs, man. Just dive at them. They already got a review on this? Oh, this was 6 years ago. This was the first one. Okay. That was the first one. Okay, let's move on from that. Ooh, what's this? Necrophus? How do you pronounce that? Necrophysis?
Rated M for mature.
After eons untold, a lone wanderer venturing into our desolate domain, bound by the unyielding grip of necrophysis. Few like you have dared to tread this path, yet here you stand. A glimmer of hope in our eternal suffering. We shall grant you passage to your destination.
Every being that has ever existed, they are all you. You are the vessel, the seed, the sacrifice.
Bro, I haven't even played the game and I feel like I'm going on a damn journey. What is this? Bro, like, what kind of crazy mind of, like, creativity must you have to make a game like... This looks insane. This is insanely creative.
Rise, wanderer. The time will come when you must face the final sacrifice.
That's insane. Huh. I've been seeing a lot of people playing Forza as well. Forza's been popping off. I will be so ready for the state of play. You guys have no idea how ready for the state of play I am. Dude, there hasn't been shit. There hasn't been a single, like, fucking game. Don't look at that. Don't look at that either. Chat, don't look at that either. Okay, here we go. Where's that stupid fish at? There's a stupid fish that's dumb. It's dumb because it, like, lets things eat it. Where's it at? You'll understand. I'm not being mean to the fish. The fish is actually, it's actually stupid. It's dumb. Okay, like, I know I said that like 3 times. Oh, fuck that. Oh, okay, I want to watch that one too. Where's the fish? Where's the fish? Where's the fish? That ain't it. Where's the fish? I've seen it before. Where'd it go? Yo, I must have seen it like 7 times. Where is the fish? Oh, here it is.
This isn't a snake. It's a bug. This isn't a snake.
What?
It's a bug.
Hello?
This is the world's most useless fish.
You stupid.
No, not.
Yeah, mate, that aquatic pancake is a mola. Found wasting its life in oceans around the world, and a contender for the most dog shit fish build in the 7 seas. You see, these things are huge, measuring at 4 meters from fin to fin, and absolutely atomizing the scales at 2,300 kilos.
That thing is 5,000 pounds? Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit!
Putting it firmly in the same weight class as a fucking F-150. There is, however, a problem with that size. That is all it's good at. It spent every available stat point on being a giant floating satellite dish.
No. He spent all of its skill points on being just a useless pile of fat fuckery. That's it.
At the cost of spending its life as a useless f***ing punching bag. To start with, the thing can't even swim properly. Their fins, specifically their tail, is tiny compared to the rest of their body, which makes them so at maneuvering. The only thing they can f***ing eat is jellyfish and plankton because those don't dodge. Speaking of food, you may have noticed that in all of these photos, its mouth is open. That's because it doesn't f***ing close. God has cursed the f***ing thing to permanently pog. Oh, but evolution is not done f***ing the sunfish yet. Because funnily enough, being the size of the average American meal, while having the defensive capabilities of a Tickle Me Elmo, makes these things perfect targets for predators. Most of the time...
Oh, man. Oh, man. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? Man. You know, I checked in on Mr. Dr. Disrespect here recently. His channel viewership ain't looking too good.
Just take bites out of them, realize they taste like shit, and then swim off, leaving a hole in their head, which somehow doesn't kill them.
Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache.
That disgusting flavor is probably due to the 50 f***ing parasite species living on its body, but flavor doesn't matter to sea lions, who will rip their f***ing fins off and play frisbee with them.
That's crazy. Dude, ocean life is very scary.
And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, they will often swim to the surface to warm themselves up and let birds eat the parasites off of them, where they are promptly hit by a boat. Their only saving grace is that they don't process pain because their brain is the size of a testicle. They are blissfully unaware that they spend their entire f***ing life getting jumped. Like that! Like that! This is the world.
It's a stupid fish, you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's not that it's dumb or it's literally stupid. Yo, okay, I want to see that wasp one. I fucking hate wasps. I will run into a burning building before I will fight a wasp. I will run out of a burning building because of a wasp. I do not know why, but I do not like wasps. I will fight a full-grown fucking man to get out of the way of a wasp. I kid you not. I will take on a bodybuilder before I fuck with a wasp. I don't give a fuck what kind of wasp it is. I'm terrified of them. I fucking hate wasps. I don't know what it is. Like, I almost got thrown. We usually have to do like a mile. It was like what was it, like a mile and a half in 13 minutes, and they wanted us to go run through an obstacle course, right, at my fire academy. My captain, who was in front of me, got stung by a wasp because the obstacle course that we were supposed to go over was littered with them. And I took one step and I said, nope. And the line behind me was like, why aren't you going? And I was like, I don't fuck with no wasp. You gonna go ahead and throw me up? You gonna have to go ahead and throw me up out of this academy because I don't fuck with no wasp.
He's basically a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is...
If we could, like, round up every wasp in the world and kill them all, I would do it. Oh, but the flowers, fuck the flowers. I don't care. You know what we can do? We can pollinate that shit ourselves. We don't need no fucking wasp. I don't mind honeybees. But whenever I found out that there was this thing called a killer hornet, I thought about possibly ending the world. Not even kidding. I was like, how are we gonna solve this, man? We gotta solve this. We gotta fix this shit right now, okay? We gotta make sure that we get them and kill them all. We can't have none of these motherfuckers flying around in the U.S. If we gotta burn the whole country down, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's napalm everything.
On the planet, coming in at a massive 2.5 inches.
Oh, hell no, it ain't!
Hey, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective.
That's a big fucking wasp. That's still a massive fucking wasp, dude. That thing is fucking huge. Bro, I see something like that on a wall, you're gonna see a black streak behind me, and you're gonna see me missing.
2 inches.
Oh, hell no!
Because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant. Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating, I can't move my arm, and electric. Now, the size...
Now, what the fuck? Now, what the actual fuck? Why would a fucking bug need that kind? Nah, dude. Nuh-uh. Nope. We gotta kill them. Yes, sir. What you gotta do is you gotta find them all. You gotta exterminate them. We are at war with wasps. No one knows it yet, okay? But it's gonna happen.
And poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff-bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The Bug Harbor Butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that...
Okay, so what I'm thinking is like we use the Jewish space lasers and we just like cut the planet in half, so that way the atmosphere does us in. What do you think, guys? I mean that's a good start, right? Then, or maybe like before that we napalm everything, and then once we're done napalming everything, we do the Jewish space laser tactic. What do y'all think? I think that's the plan. We got to make sure that these things aren't reproducing.
To a larvae.
No.
A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh food right here underneath them. That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
You're a bastard. You're a bastard. Yo, W more Paraz, by the way.
No. Can't be.
Steam decks have gone up in price. So, I had a nice little nuggie that hopped up on deck this morning. I wonder if I saved it. I thought I did. But in the off chance I didn't, Jeff Bezos made a statement. They are going to use the data centers to make personal PCs as a subscription. You remember when Jeff Bezos said you will pay for everything and own nothing, he meant that literally. They are using the data centers to hike the price of RAM. And by doing so, the data centers will not only be using AI, but it will also be clouds to host PCs. So the data centers themselves will be like a personal computer that you could pay for. And I have one thing to say to you, Jeff Bezos. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You're telling somebody that knows how to build computers that I have to spend $3,000 on a desktop or pay a monthly subscription to your service. And I have one thing to say to that. Go fuck yourself. See if I can find it. Here we go, right here.
We at Amazon Web Services are happy to announce Jeff Bezos' plan for the future of gaming. Wait, what? What plan? Jeff Bezos believes that with the advancements of AI, gamers will no longer need to buy their own gaming PCs. Instead, gamers will rent computing power in the cloud in order to play their games. Okay, so Jeff Bezos doesn't want us owning our own PCs or games. Yes, exactly, and this isn't just for gaming. All processing power will be done in AI data centers for consumers to access via the cloud. Similar to Nvidia's cloud gaming, gamers will be charged a monthly subscription for the games they play. So basically, we'll be paying subscriptions for everything, but we will own nothing. Pretty much, yes. All gamers will be able to rent from the cloud instead of storing games locally on their own devices. That sounds awful. I don't want to rent my gaming PC. I want to own it. Good luck buying a gaming PC with the current prices. You caused these prices, and now you're going to make sure that we own nothing. We at Amazon...
What you do, instead, you do not spend money on the subscription. You save that money and eventually buy a computer with the subscription price. So every time you would have paid the subscription per month, what you do instead is you take that money and you set it aside. That's what you do. Do not give them anything, boys. Hold strong!
My super sniffer has to be malfunctioning. My olfactory senses must be incorrect because it smells like... You still have money in your wallet?
Elon sending data centers out to space instead of
wouldn't.
building them in.
Why?
I think that if Elon Musk wants to send data centers out to space instead of building them in rural communities, I think that's a damn good idea. It won't zap away the water or the electricity of nearby houses and cities. I think that's a damn good idea. I do. I think that's an amazing idea. I really like that idea. There's unlimited power out in space. There is. Hell, better yet, put that bitch on the moon.
I oughta... Give me that! Come on, are you out of your fucking mind? I'll shake that lunch money right out of you, Buster! And you see, that's how I carried the Hunger Games franchise on my back. That was acting. It's a God-given gift to assimilate...
You know, I keep forgetting that Charlie was in one of the Hunger Game movies. He was like a background character
to my role
in like a crowd.
Playing a character that is a modern-day executive in a tech company. Yeah, so I saw the Steam Deck price increases. Wow.
How bad is it?
Yucky. I mean, really, what more can be said? So,
oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Holy shit. That's $300. Unless it's this one's 200.
Valve just blasted the Steam Deck prices to infinity and beyond. So they got rid of...
Why?
the lowest tier of the Steam Deck, and now it's only OLED that they're manufacturing, and they bumped the price on the 512GB OLED from $549.
That is crazy that even Steam is being strangled out. Steam itself is being strangled out. They got rid of the original Steam Deck, and all they're selling is OLED now. I guarantee you, if they didn't boot the original Steam Deck, the OLED would have been even more. That's scary, dude. Holy shit.
To $789, a 240 clam price increase. But wait, it gets better. I hope you haven't blown your load yet, because for the 1TB OLED model, it has gone from $649 to $949. A $300 price increase, nearly a 50% price increase.
Man, at the rate we're going with these console prices skyrocketing with age, I kind of feel like if you bought a PlayStation 5, by the time the PlayStation 6 comes out, you'll probably be able to sell your console for double the price of a PlayStation 6 just to get the PlayStation 6. It's the first time in history where when you buy a console, it goes up in price. Yo, it's a seller's market, I guess.
And the reason for this is to reflect the current state of the component costs and other global logistical challenges across the industry as a whole, which is something everyone knew was around the corner, but I don't think anyone, myself included, knew that it was going to be this much of a price.
Like, do you understand how much money these data centers have to be fucking out of Steam in order for them to raise the price $300? Holy God.
I think a lot of people were doomsday prepping and expecting like 100, maybe
150.
Like 150.
Yeah, like, but not 300.
Shit, man. That is well beyond expectations. We have rapidly reached the point where just your average working person is getting priced out of this hobby for modern hardware. It is truly catastrophic. What a diabolical decline in affordability for this industry. And I recognize that it's not like entirely Valve's fault that component costs and everything are as high as they are.
Oh no, like Valve prides itself on being affordable. How could you possibly... what is the Steam, what is it, like the Steam, that's that box thing, the Steam console, like how much is that shit gonna be? I'd imagine it was gonna be recently priced until like now.
Obviously that fault lies primarily on AI.
Let's go, Infidel
Ramboni.
Ramboni.
That have done their best to ham-fist AI into every sector of life now. Like, I get it, but this price...
If y'all are smart, I have one piece of advice to y'all. If y'all are buying PCs now, don't buy pre-built PCs. Unless you do a lot of research on the hardware you want, don't just outright buy a gaming PC on like Starforge or anything. Make sure y'all look into how, like, what you do is you go to, this is for anybody that's never built a PC, go to the specs of the desktop itself. Research, look up the individual parts that are in the desktop specs, like the graphics card, the CPU, the Windows, all that stuff. And then Google the individual prices. Do your calculations, and if the individual parts are less, which they used to be, whenever I built my desktop, if you bought your parts individually, you would almost always save money. I don't know how it is now. It's been a while since I've looked, but I would do that before you commit to $1,300 on a desktop. I absolutely, because like, the thing is that if you spend $1,300 on a desktop and you get it shipped to your house, 9 times out of 10, that desktop's going to be fucked up from shipping. I have seen horror stories online of people getting these desktops and the glass is shattered, their graphics card, their GPU is just hanging there, the brackets are broken. I've seen instances where the graphics card wasn't even plugged in. Knowing how to build these computers overall does not hurt you. Hell, I would even recommend that when you get it, boot it up, make sure it runs, and then if you have the time, take it apart and put it back together. Because I guarantee you within a year, you're going to start having problems with that computer. Almost always.
Increase. There's just no justifying paying that for the Steam Deck. Now, this is coming from someone that doesn't own the Steam Deck. I am not really a handheld gamer, so I never got one. But I think this paints a very scary picture for the Steam Machine price, which is something I was considering getting. And the Steam Machine, one of the big selling points was that its price point would be lower than, like, having a PC. I don't think that's going to be the case if these price increases are anything to go by. I think that is very much, like in Mass Effect, the signal that the Reapers are coming. Like, I feel like this is very alarming and probably...
No, it is. It's terrifying. If the Steam Deck has gone up in price, it's only a matter of time before the Xbox and PlayStation go up in price again as well. Because if they're squeezing out even Steam, bro, like, it's about to get bad.
The Steam Machine will likely be on the more expensive side of things when the speculation was that it was going to be reasonably priced on the lower end. I imagine now it probably will not. I'm not saying it's going to come out here and be the same cost as a fucking Cybertruck or something, but...
I think that the Steam, what did he call it? Like the Steam console is going to be reasonably priced for what it is. Or at least what Steam itself can reasonably price it at. I would hope.
Based on these price increases for the already existing hardware, the Steam Machine just kind of being out in the ether and so much unknown about it leads me to err on the side of caution that this might be just the same price as like an actual PC. And in that case, what the fuck is even the point in owning the Steam Machine? Now, in their statement, Valve confirms that the Steam Deck itself hasn't changed. It hasn't gone through like a drastic overhaul or anything like that. They didn't fucking implement the Tesseract in there. The price increase is solely based on how the component costs have gone up as well as the other things going on around the world. And they say that they will keep the community updated if anything changes. Personally, I wouldn't hold my breath for any changes there. I wouldn't be staying up late at night waiting around the phone.
Yo, that's my shit right there, dude. I love PlayStation 2 Slims. I loved the PlayStation 2. That was my shit, man.
On bated breath for Valve to get you on the horn to give you the good news that Santa came early and the price is being reduced. I don't see that happening for a long time, if ever.
I don't think the prices of these consoles are going to go down. As long as you've got that fucking Canadian fucker going around making all these data centers in America. Supposedly there's going to be one in Texas here soon that's going to be the biggest one in America. The cost of this is not going to go down. It is not.
And I'm not saying that just to be all like
The only way there's one way I can see the prices going down, and that's if they decide that they're done building data centers in America.
Doom and gloom, Debbie Downer type shit, but I mean that genuinely. I don't see this changing any.
To give you an idea of how bad these data centers are, a power company that is building one, that is supplying power to one of these data centers, is about to cut off the power to 50,000 people for the data center. The fact that they're even allowed to do that kind of blows my fucking mind.
Time soon, and as I've said for many months now, I expect this trend, these price increases, to continue happening across the board in tons and tons of different avenues and products. And
could you imagine the PlayStation 6 being $3,000?
Many devices out there. That is just the current state of the world now. Yes, it is a little out of Valve's control with the component costs, but I would have never imagined it would be this significant of a price increase. That stunned me as well. That shit nearly knocked me out of my chair when I saw that. Especially considering the Steam Deck has been sold out for a while. From what I recall, people have been having a very hard time even getting their hands on this product to begin with, and now it's exploded. It's
gone
in price. Huh? So, like, the people that had been waiting, now they're getting doubly butt-fucked. They're getting double-fisted now. Like, it's just a disaster. And I'm just gonna be real honest here. I'm coming at you brazenly. I'm coming at you aggressively here with the truth. I am questioning if this price increase is really indicative of just the component costs, or if they just thought they could get away with it because the demand for the Steam Deck is so high. The reason I think that is because if you recall, the Nintendo Switch 2 also had to do price increases, and they also.
But that's Nintendo, though. I mean, it's Greedtendo for a reason.
Consumers quite a advanced heads up about the impending price increase. In the Steam Deck's case, Valve has instantly ripped that band-aid off. This shit has been flipped online immediately. And with the Switch 2, their price increase was like $50 from what I recall, give or take.
Yeah, but the console was already like $800.
General ballpark. So the Switch 2 increased by about $50, and yet the Steam Deck is increasing by over 240 on one of their tiers, and 300 in the other.
It tells me that Nintendo pre-planned for these data centers and what was going to happen with RAM, and Steam was unaware of it. That's kind of just what that tells me. Honestly, like that's kind of what that says to me. Because now they're priced about the same. I would still get a Steam Deck though over a Nintendo Switch.
The Switch 2, but 240 and 300? That feels extremely high. Now, another thing Nintendo has as an advantage here with their pricing is that they can eat some of the cost because of the first-party games that they're selling as well to try and make up for it. So I recognize that they were able to not have it be like a sophisticated piece of hardware, but that's still a huge price increase, and the demand for it has been...
I think the Steam Deck is amazing, though. I can't believe it's gone up so much. Like, they're literally trying to price out gaming for any normal person and force people to have subscriptions and pay monthly to monthly. It's insanity. Like, the only thing... And you know what's even sadder? Is that the more expensive these consoles get, the less they're going to sell. And the less they sell, the more likely it is that the next generation of consoles will no longer exist. And Jeff Bezos will have one. That's the shittiest part about this whole thing. That's the shittiest part about it. If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. I go from gaming into kind of reaction style-esque content like this, into politics, and then we end off with a nice little body cam. So sub to the channel, hit like on the stream, check out those jewels on YouTube, check out those bits on Twitch, check out the channel membership, the exclusive emotes. I have those exclusive emotes just for you guys to enjoy on YouTube and on Twitch, and everything else, by the way. Check out the Discord ran by Styx and Rachel, so W Styx and Rachel.
Claiming and collecting land, and somehow local governments still can't fully stop them. So this is definitely one of the more bizarre.
Check out a Tozy on YouTube, W a Tozy. Let me get that chatter upper. Excuse me. Bop.
Our stories I've covered here in a while, because apparently Switzerland kind of has a king now, at least.
TikToker is legally seizing Swiss land as a king. I saw this title and I told myself, I'm in the wrong profession. Why is it that I'm working the hardest? Well, not compared to normal workers, right? Obviously. And I guess not compared to scammers. But whenever I was working the hardest as a fireman, saving people's lives, I didn't get no $1 million house. I didn't get no free land. It seems like, guys, we're all in the wrong profession. See, we getting fucked over because of a bunch of fraudsters that are now running the market, right? So why are we sitting here doing this when we should be out there fraudstering? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a big house. I want land.
Self-proclaimed king, and he's doing everything in his
Want
power
land?
to gain as much power through, you know, a whole bunch of weird legal loopholes. But no, this isn't some like random ceremonial mascot or random billionaire. No, this is a actual guy who crowned himself king, built an empire, created his own military faction, minted his own currency, and legally claimed over 100,000 square meters of Swiss land. So that is actually a whole lot of land. And the wildest part of all this is somehow this is technically real. So meet Jonas Laumener, a 31-year-old Swiss IT specialist who decided normal hobbies, no, they were beyond him. That's way too boring. Instead, he became the Royal Highness and I guess the new king of Switzerland. Fascinating LARP. But the LARP has legs. It's kind of real. And that's where it gets very bizarre. Because the dude has a crown, a coronation ceremony, an imperial flag, a fake currency, an armored vehicle, military...
I want one of those. How do I get an armored vehicle?
An imperial flag, a fake currency, an armored vehicle.
I want one of those. I want multiple of those.
Military regiments, an Empire Legion, a palace, and an official website explaining to, I guess, everyone in all seriousness that,
he's the king.
He's a real thing. Bro essentially gave a NATO briefing on why he's a real king. And now Swiss authorities are actually getting nervous about him because underneath all of the LARPing and cosplaying here...
Guy literally studied legal facts in that country and said, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold my beer. Yo. Like, how much of a fucking Giga Chad do you have to be where... you figure out that if you just act like a king in a country, you get to be a king. Like, holy shit.
The guy essentially found a completely legal loophole of Swiss property law that let him slowly acquire abandoned and ownerless land across the country for essentially free, roads included. So now there are actual Swiss neighborhoods where residents wake up every morning and technically drive across this dude's kingdom. Land that's essentially owned by him.
See, now what he has to do is put up tolls. That's what you got to do. You got to start putting up tolls. So that way, every time they pass through and leave, they pay a toll.
So we have a self-proclaimed monarch with an imperial army section on his website. And yeah, that's actually a real sentence. I can't believe I'm talking about this.
Not like he needs the money, but it would be a great way to make more reoccurring money. You know what I'm saying? Get the gameplay going.
Always has a way of surprising me, but apparently you can join this legion. So if you click the join section, and I'm not promoting this whatsoever, it takes you to a contact form with a pretty interesting "we need you" sign. Okay. And yeah, before you think this is some like harmless internet joke, local governments are trying to change laws because of this guy. So the story starts off honestly.
But does that mean that he still keeps the land even if they change the laws? I mean, obviously they should change the laws because it seems like a fucking problem. But like, does that mean he still gets to keep the land?
Absurd way possible. So according to multiple reports...
Oh my god, I just realized. I've been staring at that mat for months, guys. This mat? I always think about like, oh wow, man, that really reminds me of like whenever I was a child in like elementary school and we had one of these. It's a play button. It's a PlayStation, I mean, a YouTube play button. You see, here's the border, and then here's the triangle in the center. I'm just now realizing that that's a PlayStation, I mean, a YouTube play button.
Jonas, he was born in Switzerland in 1994 to a Swiss father and a Moroccan mother. He worked in automation and industrial IT, served in the military for a few years, and by all accounts, he lived a pretty normal life. Then, on his 20th birthday, his father gave him a small piece of land. That's it. That's the origin story. Most people get like a watch or some sort of other family heirloom, but this guy, he received a small plot of land, and I guess that just activated some sort of hidden emperor gene in this guy, because after getting that property, Jonas discovered something incredibly important buried inside of the Swiss property law. Because apparently under Article 658 of the Swiss Civil Code, ownerless land can legally be claimed, not stolen, claimed. So if nobody owns it, a person can technically register ownership through legal channels. And Jonas realized almost nobody else was taking advantage of this.
They will. They'll go lower.
Normal people were spending their free time watching Netflix. This guy was apparently combing through land registries like it was some medieval treasure hunt. Honestly, I think we just found the textbook definition of weaponized autism, because bro was absolutely scheming here. And apparently it worked, because over time, he claimed more and more land across Switzerland. Forest, roads, fields, industrial plots, random abandoned parcels, and eventually building what he calls now the Lawiner Empire. The thing that really, I guess, surprises me of all this is
how fucking stupid do you have to be when one of your own citizens literally starts owning the land? Like, how fucked up of a government must you be where you've got a dude that literally owns... Like, how much land was he able to get for free before they stepped in, or before they step in?
Are there no property taxes in Switzerland? Because to me, this sounds like a very expensive annual bill. 0.1 to 0.3% of the property's assessed value. Okay, so that, I mean, that's relatively low, at least for US standards. But still, I mean, if he has...
I mean, if he was able to make his own militia, or not militia, but his own army, he was able to get dubbed a king or whatever, he was able to buy tanks, he was able to... I mean, if he has his own, like, palace or whatever, or kingdom, it's obvious that he's not hurting for money. I mean, that's completely obvious. So I don't think the property tax is going to hurt him. What we should be asking is, why is he doing this? Is his goal to overthrow the current government?
100,000 square meters of land, you would assume that wouldn't be the cheapest bill. And before the dude starts having people move onto his land, he starts charging them taxes so he can pay his own property tax. Who knows? Regardless, I guess at some point, once
I don't think he cares. I don't think he needs the money.
Enough land, he realized, you know what, this land needs a monarchy. So in 2019, at the age of 24, he rented a Niedeg church in Bern and held himself an actual ceremony. So he showed up in full royal clothing with a jewel-covered crown while a choir sang.
You know what that look is? That's the look of a conqueror. That's a very dangerous man right there, man. You better be careful with him.
In the background like it was like the ending of some sort of fantasy movie. And I guess just
you see that look? That look is somebody that is calculating. He is planning his moves, he's thinking about his moves, and he's utilizing every move that he can while trying to do it in secrecy and silence. That is a man that is very dedicated to what he's trying to do. And I'm very curious to see what he's trying to do. You may think that I'm fucking crazy, but remember, Hitler was going to be an artist. Remember that. Never forget.
And I guess just like that, he became king of his own lands. And according to reports, many of the attendees were either...
Think of it this way. If Hitler was alive today, there may be a chance that he would have been a furry artist advocating against AI. Always remember that.
Friends or hired actors, which somehow makes all this even more entertaining. Because imagine getting a gig request that's just like, hey man, can you show up to me crowning myself as king for my land? Thank you. And no, this wasn't done ironically either. This would be an amazing bit if it was a bit, but I guess he's very dedicated to the bit, so much so that it's not even a bit anymore. Because I guess...
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It probably started as a joke, but then he realized that he could probably actually do this. Or it probably never was a joke and he tried to play it off as one, and the true hands are being shown now. The true hand is being shown.
Commits to the bit with so much intensity that you could pretty much call it a supervillain origin story. Because once you discover his website, things just get crazier. Because at first, you think this is just some eccentric rich guy doing some performance art, but then you open the official King of Switzerland website and realize, oh wow, this guy has created an entire cinematic universe around himself. I am talking full lore. I mean, there are sections of the Empire Legion, the Imperial Bank, the Royal House, the Law and Constitution. There's an Imperial flag, an Imperial anthem, citizenship applications, military patches, royal titles, and pages written with the seriousness of a government archive. And the
I bet they fucking are. I bet they are. And something tells me that this just isn't a TikTok prank either.
funniest part is the tone here, because every paragraph sounds like it was written by someone trying to explain the backstory of a fictional European nation in a grand strategy game. Like, you could not tell me this guy doesn't have...
Watch, come to find out, this is like the great grandson of like the original ruler, and he's like the punishment that the government's about to receive. Watch. Would that be fucking crazy?
Because at one point the site literally says Jonas Larwener lives between two worlds, everyday practicality and symbolic kingship. Whatever that means. Like, just imagine being his co-worker at this IT office he worked at. Oh, what happened to Jonas? Oh, yeah, he became a king. Oh, okay. But
I don't think this guy ever actually... I mean, if you've got the money to just do this, this dude never worked a day in his life. I mean, let's be honest here. Let's not even like sit here and kid with ourselves. This dude was probably raised very privileged. Obviously, I mean, he's able to go out and buy all this shit without even a problem.
Because the thing goes on to describe how he systematically started acquiring plots of land, and he described the whole thing as his campaign. And his campaign, I guess, was just acquiring a bunch of forests, roads, and abandoned plots as the foundation for his land empire. And the site also insists that he's not trying to overthrow Switzerland, and he says he respects democracy and Swiss law. In fact, there is this like wholesome section where he starts talking about Switzerland's mountains, lakes, forests, and democratic traditions, like he's filming some sort of like tourism commercial. But then
that would be a very interesting government. Hold on, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if there was a country that has like dual democracy and dictatorship? So like, for example, what if he owned all the land but had no control over the laws, and the government controlled the laws of the land? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We might be onto something here. Wait a minute. So, like, he would also be in control of the army. So if the government fucked up, he would just sit in the army, right? And then if then the government could have no, that wouldn't work, huh? Because there'd be no way, because like the whole reason why kingdoms fall is because the bastard son or daughter typically end up taking the throne and then fucking everything into submission, right? It has to be like a checks and balance system somewhere on how to like make sure it's balanced. How could we do that? You know? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I got it. What if like the presidency only the government has no control over the actual king, right? So like it would be like the president, but if he wanted to wage war, he didn't have to go to Congress. Okay, I need to stop thinking.
I guess 2 paragraphs later, he's suddenly like Field Marshal of the Empire Legion and Admiral of the Empire Fleet. Like, what? And then, let's see, that was also Grandmaster of the Order of Merit. Hold on, what? This man's empire is mostly roads and random forests. Like, why do you need an admiral? But then, of course, we get to the military section, because that's where things get, even more interesting. So here we have the mission, and according to the official website, the Larwener Empire Legion serves as a air, land, and sea-based branch of the Empire Forces. Who are the Empire Force? I'm so confused. Did he go to like the Swiss version of like a medieval times pop-up and went, gather around, I need my troops for the Legion?
And we may not know who the 6 legions are, but I bet the reason why the government in Switzerland are sweating this guy is because they know what it is.
Land and sea-based branch.
Like, you don't make a government sweat in a country that you're in unless what you're doing is working. and you're doing it legally.
The Empire forces. Who are the Empire for? I'm so confused. Did he go to like the Swiss version of like a medieval times pop-up? And Switzerland have stand your ground laws? No, Switzerland does not have stand your ground laws. Instead, Swiss self-defense are strictly governed by the principle of proportionality, requiring your defensive actions are reasonable and you must retreat if possible. Okay, so it's not like he can like keep
Oh, so they got one of those pussy laws. Okay, I get it. Okay, I see.
people off of his land if someone walks onto it. Like, he can't use like deadly force. Well, this is good to know. And before a new Area 51 starts, that's just like the new Storm Area 51. It's like storm the Lawiner Empire. They can't stop us all. I am not endorsing this whatsoever. That's just a joke. This is a hyperbolic joke, guys. This is a hyperbolic joke.
I don't think he'd care. He'd probably want it. I feel like if I owned an empire like that and they made, like, I would probably try to make that happen on purpose. I would like set up guard posts around the property, right? I would set up tolls for people to like go through the roadways. I would cause as much disruption as I could. And then what I would do is once the disruption is made, I would like I'd hire a bunch of people to like Xerxes throne my ass down there, like walk me down there on like a big platform or something where everyone's like holding it up on their backs. And then I would step down in front of like the toll where most of the people are congregating, and I would like shake hand. I would actually like, you know, go down there and like show how friendly I was to see if I couldn't get a lot of people to join it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what better way to show that you care in your empire than to like show up with like the tanks and everything and like, you know, press the flesh, as it were, you know, give handshakes, take in their ideas, you know, like, oh, well, you should take down the fucking toll booth, and just be like, okay, run it over with the tank, and then just run it over. You know what I'm saying? Like a forced good faith.
If people showed up dressed like knights, because let's be real, what aggressive acts is he worried about? Like someone parked illegally near one of his forests? Like, bro, when I first found out about this, I was praying it was satire. It suddenly gets very serious and starts talking about military readiness, public security missions, hostile troops, and eliminating local underground elements. What does that even mean? Like, excuse me, what underground elements are you dealing with in suburban Switzerland? Like, I'm growing up in Norway, and we have like Hulda, and we have like Trollskogen, which means like, you know, little trolls that live in the forest. And then of course you have like Rødnisse og Blånisse, which are like, I guess, you know, like, and decided to combine it all into this like. The Legion Command oversees multiple regiments with main operating lands. One regiment operates in Switzerland, one operates in Morocco, and one apparently has main operating lands in the Ukraine. Okay. And I feel like this is kind of the moment where it's like, haha, funny guy LARPing as a king in Switzerland to, hold up, what is he doing in the Ukraine? What am I even looking at here at this point? I don't know. Now, dude, the Lawiner Empire YouTube. He says the empire is just symbolic. He says that he respects Swiss. One here. Okay, so it's okay, but people actually missions for new weird loophole, and the dude just absolutely ran with it. So now Swiss officials just kind of have to deal with this. And apparently a quote from him was, "I do it digitally and without bloodshed." So hey, at least good for him. But yes,
I mean, if he's taking the land and he's going to keep up with it, I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with it. I mean, obviously it can be problematic, but I mean, let's be honest here. Does anyone really care? So apparently they've been fucking with Magic the Gathering. Apparently. Magic the Gathering is getting cooked by wokeness, which I kind of saw a little bit of that, and I understand. Where is it? Is this the clip channel? This is the clip channel. I started noticing that about a year ago, right?
PsyOp, but I agree with you.
Don't look at that.
So I made a big, I made a big oopsie. I did. I made a very big oopsie. So, 1 week until Pride Month, till some more gay Magic the Gathering cards that Republicans will lose their mind over. Bearscape. So, exile 2 cards from your graveyard, create a 2/2 green.
I want to let y'all know that the HR department of Magic the Gathering, and I learned, this is what made me kind of realize where it was going. There has been word that they have been removing older cards because of the art they had. And I want to let you know that it was because they were too scandalous. But it's perfectly okay to sit here and make this fucking trash, right? So, you know...
Bear creature token. So I saw this is another example of obviously gay people.
Which is crazy because...
being gay.
Because, like, the fucking cards, the older cards weren't even that scandalous. They weren't even that bad at all. But now we're just going to do this instead. They don't want to get rid of the police. They want to be the police, guys. They don't want to get rid of all the ideologies. They want to be the main ideology.
Inside of completely non-sexual media. So we have right
here... And that's the crazy part. It was completely non-sexual. There wasn't a single card in Magic the Gathering that was sexual. At least none that I've seen.
Some of our assholes let
Other
themselves
than
out in
this.
the comments. So I didn't even know this, right? I said, if y'all get this card printed, we might have to get rid of gay marriage again. I didn't read the card. It was already printed in 2022. Down at the bottom. I was too late.
That's right.
I didn't even know about this. Isn't that sad? Magic has been infested by these people. It is. I had no idea. And so LOL children's game, by the way. Yeah, these people want to put this gay shit into everything. This has nothing to do with Magic the Gathering. Like having some, like, I mean, bears, by the way, this is like a term for like a large or a burly man who's gay. It's like a specific sexual term, or like this, it's like BBW kind of, right? But for dudes. And so anyway, you know, obviously, like, Zach, don't screw the rest of us over. Unfortunately, I'm only kidding, but I wish these retards would stop forcing their sexuality into everything. I do think this is the reason why there's so much LGBT pushback nowadays. It's
I could see, if they keep trying to do this, I can see the same-sex marriages going away, and I could also see Pride Month going away, if not one or the other.
Because it wasn't enough for these people to simply be able to live, you know, like in society.
Everybody else
to do what they want.
Yeah.
They had to, on top of that, constantly create media that puts them at the peak of any sort of social food chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his response, well, what is his response to it? Let me see. The homophobes with erectile dysfunction are out in force today. Why would you say I have erectile dysfunction?
And why are you thinking about his dick, man? Why does that happen a lot? Like, why is it whenever you talk about any of this fucking woke schizo stuff, they immediately try to, like, talk about your dick or your sexual life? Why is that? Like, what are you, like, a teen? Like, hello? Who cares?
Wait,
how old are you, dude? Like,
I don't even understand.
I see why he likes this card, huh?
Like, why would that even... What? What does that have to do with it at all? And then Cherry Pig as many cringy comments as possible. Yeah, oh my god. And I guess you tried to get a Target employee fired over a toothbrush. I don't even know who this guy is. I really don't. Seems like an idiot, though. And Shalom Asmon, yeah, I don't even understand this at all. The card makes him hard. Oh, so maybe he's gay and he likes the card and it turns him on?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Girl, maybe he is. I have no clue. For you to be attracted to feet, but you can't have a girl with big boobs. So it's not that they don't want sexuality. They want to invert sexuality.
They want to put their sexuality front and center.
And pervert it into a weird fetish.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how are you going to do this to a game? Like, and here's another thing that the woke mobs have been doing. they've been like going into comments and saying, "Oh, it's this woke stuff again." Are we still talking about this? Yes. We will continue talking about this until it completely despawns off the planet. Absolutely.
Yeah, Okay. This is all swamps.
I've got boxes that are like that, dude.
There it is. Art, see what they defile. So let's take a go and say. But anyway, yeah, it's creepy.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We got some decoy voice. Decoy voice talking about the protests or the riots that happened yesterday. Not yesterday, that we talked about yesterday on like the New York Post had published some stuff. There's also more on the New York Post that we'll be looking at. W Decoy. Go check out Decoy on YouTube. Link down in the chitter chatter.
Anti-ICE activists haven't stopped a single deportation, and yet they still proudly get carried away like literal toddlers having a temper tantrum, as ICE agents are starting to get sick of this, since they're leaving literal garbage outside the ICE facility and even making cement barricades, which really mean nothing when they got a bearcat. And we don't want to see them get run over due to their mental incompetence.
I do. I do.
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street.
Yep.
If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail.
Yep. If
you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
Goddamn straight.
We're not going to play.
W Brevard County.
This has got to stop.
This is the new 30mm. Because even though these activists are adults, they're still idiots. As at one point, a couple minorities walk free from the ICE facility.
That's racist. They just assume. What a bunch of idiots. What a bunch of fucking morons.
Yeah, they just assume that they got racist.
The subtle racism of cheering on brown people because they're brown lets
Don't you just love it? There's two guys that are going home that are Hispanic, and they immediately assume that they're being released from the ICE detention facility. What a bunch of fucking dimwits. You could even see the badge on one of them. One of them had a badge.
A couple minorities.
Yeah, look, he's got a badge. He's got a lanyard on. You see
from
it?
The ICE facility.
Or like, what is that?
A couple minorities.
It looks like a badge.
Walk
Maybe
free
it's not.
from
What
the
is
ICE
that?
facility.
Oh, maybe it's earpods. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
They got racist.
But remember, though, the ICE agents are the racist ones.
Racism of cheering on brown people because they're brown lets everybody know you assume they're criminals that were just in custody, not men leaving their jobs. Which proves again, they don't want minorities to succeed. They want a permanent serf class they can see as a sort of pet. Something completely incapable of providing for themselves, or even getting an ID, or going on the internet.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't.
How could you possibly sit down and listen to these people? Who votes for these fucking people? Seriously. I don't understand this. Like, how privileged do you have to be that you, like, dude, like, Who do you work with? Have you never met a black person? Have you never met a person of color? To sit there and say that black people in the Bronx don't know what a computer is or don't understand what a computer is. This is such racist thinking, and you want to call other people racist and fascists? Holy fuck, stop projecting.
Kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word
like, what the fuck? Every school in America has a fucking computer lab. It's one of the privileges about being in a first world American country.
computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things.
Which this type of leftist thinking finally gives these idiots a sense of superiority. That's why when somebody like me actually thinks for themselves, they revert right back to their racist tendency.
They can't function in this free society. They can't function on a place like X. They had to turn it into what they do is once they start pushing their racist narratives and calling you racist for not wanting to go along with their racist narrative, so that way they can continue to censor all social media and use money to back whatever they're doing and take away your free speech without you even realizing it. And they do this by censoring your platform, censoring your channel, not giving your channel views. They do it by banning people like Nick Fuentes, by banning people like Destiny off of Twitch for going against transgender communities because they're sitting there trying to go into women's bathrooms and into other shit. It's this censoring of everybody that has led to the downfall of this. And it's censoring because when you start peeling back the layers and looking at what they're saying and looking at what they're advocating for, it's completely obvious. They wanted a bunch of Neanderthals as voters, so they had to mass import them so they can continue to use their votes. Well, I hate to break it to you, but whenever you sit there and try to tell the richest man in the world that he has to censor his platform or they're going to stop advertising on it, I'm not surprised when Elon Musk says this.
What was that trip like? And obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving.
Even now, they want him to apologize for not doing what they want. Even now, even after advertisers started leaving X, they wanted him to submit to this sensory bullshit. And he said,
Bob Iger
I hope
today,
they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
Yep.
But
go f*** yourself.
Thank you. The last thing I want is to be told what my morals are by a company that uses child labor in a foreign country. Don't talk to me about morals.
Is that clear? I hope it is.
Thank you.
Which lines right up with their stupidity, as this is who they idolize.
Be like Renee! Get in the way! Be like Renee! Get in the way!
As Good's death was a completely avoidable, pointless tragedy, but somehow that's...
Renee Good died because she was a retard and is now charged as a domestic terrorist. And you know who else should be in... You know who else needs to be in jail? The dumb bitch that told her to fucking drive, baby, drive. That's who also needs to go to
what
jail.
These activists strive for, being the left's next completely avoidable, pointless tragedy. Because it's one thing when Good thought she was playing resistance forces, not knowing if you drived into an armed federal agent, you'll be ended. But after that, and Pretty's incident, these idiots have to know, just because you're playing protester doesn't mean the
You noticed how they had all these protesters, they were driving around blocking ICE cars and vehicles with their vehicles. And whenever Renee Good got shot and killed, you notice how that immediately, instantaneously stopped? You notice that? That's interesting, isn't it?
Or pretend cops. But that doesn't stop them from this kindergarten nonsense, getting into tiny little scuffles.
Man, y'all got the batons. Use those motherfuckers, man. Beat the hell out of these people. What the hell y'all doing? You got this dude crawling on you. I'd be like, bat, 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 bat. Let it go, bitch. Bat, bat, bat. Let it go. Motherfucker grab my leg. I'll be over there beating the hell out of him. I'll be laying there on my back. All right, let's go. Bat, bat. I'll be hitting that motherfucker so hard his goddamn teeth be getting knocked out. Like, what? What you doing? Trying to get away from that schizo. I'll be laying on the ground looking at him, beating the hell out of him. The hell you doing?
Well, they all get bear maced, trying to run away, realizing they can't escape.
Woo! Got him.
Please take those dogs back up.
Let's go, user. Let's go, Duke him.
Now, we're all incredibly grateful for these street journalists like Olia Scootercaster, Brennan Gudenschwager, and Elad Elihu, and I apologize for my enunciation.
So do you have anything to add to the conversation? Osesfer. I don't even know how the fuck you spell your name. Do you have anything to add to the conversation? I don't think he's even still here, are you? You're probably not even still here. If you're not even still here, I'm just going to immediately perma you. I'll give it a few minutes. Do you have anything to say about the conversation? By the way, I'm 31. I can't be drafted. So just because you want a draft doesn't mean that it's going to happen. And number two, even if we had a draft, there's literally no way I would get drafted. So I don't even think he's still here, is he? He's probably not even still here. Let's just ban him. I want to move on from this. There's no sense in wasting our time on idiots.
I pronounce basically nothing correctly. But it's just interesting how these protests are practically 90% journalists now. Well, I can count more cameras than actual activists, but maybe it's because there's only so many idiots left, willing to be beaten and arrested.
He's tasing this guy. They're tasing this guy.
And why they got batons? Why don't they have cattle prods? I mean, if you have to hit somebody, at least you could do is zap them, you know? Zap the hell out of them.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Batons, pepper spray, and they just tased him.
You want to act like you belong in the box, then they're going to put you in the box. That's what you get. You have the right to remain retarded.
And it would be one thing if this resistance was going back and forth with the federal forces. Out of 3 anti-ICE sieges, one of the immigration facilities was forced to shut down, or since they started marching en masse, deportations have since been cut in half. Only then would we think, okay, it kinda makes sense that they're willing to catch criminal charges on behalf of their political leaders. But absolutely none of that is happening. They're just out there every day and every night, almost like they don't have a life or even a job. As well into the evening, nothing has changed.
That's right, Leering Center for the win, boys. Leering Center for the win. Not just any Leering Center, the quality Leering Center.
Oh, you was waiting a long time to do that. Glory to the proletariat! Glory to our revolution! Victory or death! I believe that!
Remember what I say whenever it came to the terrorists in Iran? Everybody can scream victory or death, but whenever people start dying, you'll see how many of them are actually cowards.
I believe that!
It's crazy that these people cry bully so hard that whenever the bullying actually starts, they start crying. You want to sit here and block traffic and cause problems for everybody and get megaphones and scream in the face of federal officers, and they start like tackling you and putting you in handcuffs and throwing you in jail, then you can cry all you want.
He looks like a very confused and bored young man, playing dress up with his bagpipe, British World War II uniform with a Palestine flag, but that just highlights who these people truly are. LARPers that have no idea the game they're playing, as eventually the feds have a job to do, spraying anybody in their way. As even Scootercaster got sprayed, saying her skin felt on fire. And if you haven't already, go follow Scootercaster NY on X. She and BG on the scene are consistently the only reason we know what's really going on out there.
Yeah, none of the fucking legacy media channels are covering anything.
Capturing how these leftist activists are even playing medics.
I think that the legacy medias have realized that the more of this they show, the harder it is to push their narrative. That's why. The Renee Good and Alex Peretti and the Minneapolis protests that were published all over mass social media completely decimated most of their protesting power, because it made the federal government get off their lazy ass and actually look into where this money's coming from that's funding these morons that are down here harassing federal agents. It's sad that that's what it takes in order for the government to finally get these guys some help. And I think it's because the legacy media companies realized that Donald Trump and his entire cabinet, or his entire administration, was watching the news, so they stopped doing it.
Ow! Medic!
Complaining when those medics get arrested.
That's the first rule in war, boys. You always take out the cross. You always go after the cross. That's why whenever you see these guys get on the battlefield in World War I and World War II, they fucking tackle your ass and tell you to get rid of that fucking helmet with the cross on it. You are a fucking target. You always go for the healer, boys.
As when activists, journalists, and even so-called medics gather in large mobs to stop federal law enforcement from doing their job, getting maced and
if mainstream media was owned by Trump, Trump would want more social media to be pushed over the current protests that are going on at the ICE facilities. If he owned any of the media at all, he would be showing the riots that are going on around every one of these facilities, because every time you question any one of these dumbasses that are down there protesting, they don't even know why the fuck they're there. They're stupid.
Pain should almost be expected, as I don't really believe these are actual medics, the same way I don't believe that guy was really a Palestinian World War II soldier. No, he was cosplaying likely like the medic. And all for what? To support this hunger strike against the enforcement of America's border laws, which of course accomplishes nothing.
Look, I've done this since 1984. Hunger strikes never work. We're not going to change what we do because someone goes on a hunger strike. As a matter of fact, if it gets bad enough and the physicians feel like they're putting themselves in extreme danger, medical danger, then we'll force feed them. We'll get a court order and force feed them. Hunger strikes do not work.
And just like the animal activists cementing their feet to things, we secretly hope the authorities would just let them be. They can lose their feet or refuse to eat until they eternally sleep. How is that society's issues?
It's not. It's not at all. Just let it happen.
All their stupidity.
If people turn to cannibalism in order to eat, I don't think any of these idiots have the ability to not eat. I'm sorry, dude. Most of them are hogs anyway. Like, there's no way.
Is when
There's
nobody
no way.
pays them any attention, they refuse to let the rest of us live normally. These anti-ICE activists in LA again decided to destroy a robo-taxi.
Bro, what is it with them going after the Waymos? They can't just leave the little robot to go and do what it needs to do, man. They gotta go after the Waymos. Like, why do they need to burn down cars? And what is this necessity to burn down a Waymo? I don't understand this mentality. It's so fucking brain dead. Oh, well, we're not getting what we want, so we're gonna burn this Waymo into the fucking street. Yeah, dude, you had time to go out and vote. Not enough people turned out to vote to give Kamala her fucking place in the presidency. More people voted for Trump. That doesn't give you the right to burn a Waymo into the pavement, dude. Like, that's not how it works.
And keep in mind, they did this very thing almost a year ago in the same exact city, again accomplishing nothing other than the citizens souring on the left, swinging so far away. Everybody is now supporting a Mayor Spencer Pratt for LA. So
No, and that's exactly the reason why legacy media isn't covering them anymore. They have gotten so decimated by their own tactics that they pretty much one-shot themselves. They one-tapped themselves because of the Minneapolis riots and all the riots they had. Straight up.
I had a situation with an individual. So,
Hold on. Iran launches missiles with anti-American stickers. But remember, guys, we're at a ceasefire, right? You know what? We're not on that yet. We're not on that yet. I'm going to move it over. We're not on that yet. We're not doing that right now. We got to finish up the Asmongold stuff. I really want to cover it, but we're going to wait. If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. W-Chat, check out the memberships, check out the jewels. If any of you donated jewels that I didn't notice, W-Jewels, check out the sub and like the stream. I'm here every single day, 8 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. Central Time, except for the weekends. I usually get on at 8 a.m. same time, but I usually stream longer. So
there's a guy today, and so he made a post, and this is the post that he made. His name's Flint.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know if it's because there hasn't really been anything going on in media, but Asmongold has been picking fights with just about everybody he comes across now.
Dibble, by the way. Like, this sounds like the name of a fucking, Quagmire's best friend. Some good takes here, right? So I made a post, and so there was a video that was circulating about some...
I saw that the prices did plummet, by the way. Prices have plummeted over the weekend. Also, if I'm not mistaken, oil has also been estimated to go down as well by almost $6. Or the cost of oil is down by $6 or something like that. But supposedly things are going down in
Chicago,
price.
Where everything was on fire. It was this one, right? I think I made a link, right, to it. Yeah, it was this video. You guys remember this video, right? And so I was responding to that, and I said there's a very easy solution to this. Bring in the National Guard, round all of them up, and put them in forced labor camps. Shoot the ones that are violent and attack police. Done. You can literally solve this problem overnight, but we choose to allow these animals to run wild. And so Elon replied to this, right? And so this is what he says. The increasing popularity of this sort of rhetoric should terrify everyone. Now, there's no reason for why, there's no reasoning that's being, added in here. There's no, you're not saying anything. You're just saying, this is really bad. Can you believe he would say this? How could you say this? Flint Dibble debated the guy from Ancient Aliens and Lost. Wait, what? Wait, this is the guy that's crying about me on Twitter. Really?
I mean, I can boot it up on my computer.
Oh my god.
This guy looks like a fucking idiot.
So if you look at this, you have very clear stone courses, for example, underwater. And it's not just
space.
Controversial point. I'm
organisms that exist in the earth and the...
Wait, this guy's as old as... So same age as you? Why don't you shut the... I know. Oh, you mean like Hitler's final solution where he killed all the Jews and he did the Holocaust of 20 million people. Yeah, that's... You know what that reminds me of? Putting people in jail for setting... Everything was on fire. It was...
There's very... Okay, so I guess this is his remark. So this is Asmon's remark to what was going on in one of the cities where these teen takeovers were doing donuts underneath an overpass. They had made a fire of like a satanic star or whatever. They had guns and they were like, you know, like doing donuts in the street, hanging out the window with AKs in their hands like it's a fucking third world country. And this was what Zach had said to it. He said, there's a very easy solution for this. Bring in a National Guard, round all of them up and put them in forced labor camps. Shoot the ones who are violent and attack police. Agreed. Based. Per the usual, Asmongold has the most base take. Seems pretty simple, right? Done. You can literally solve this problem overnight, but we choose to allow these animals to run wild. And you know what's crazy? Elon Musk is right there. That's what started this. I love hearing what my morals should be from somebody that has no idea what to do in a situation where you're literally fighting for your life.
I know. Oh, you mean like Hitler's final solution?
And you want to compare this to Hitler's final, like...
Where he killed all the Jews and he did the Holocaust of 20 million people. Yeah, that's... You know what that reminds me of? Putting people in jail for setting the houses on fire and riding around with machine guns and cars.
Yeah.
That's... You know, the first thing I think of whenever I think of putting people in jail for lighting things on fire and driving around with machine guns...
Is the Holocaust, right?
Is Hitler.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
6
right.
million, not 20. Well, it was, I think 20 million. My understanding is that solution... Okay, I guess I don't have moral authority. I still think we should do it. Like, like, what?
The last thing I want, I don't care. First and foremost, I don't think anybody should care about what a bunch of keyboard warriors that live online should think. The last thing that you should do is take any of these people seriously. You don't even know if these people are bots. Like, if you're getting your information from the internet, you're already cooked, okay? But, like, if you're going and listening to just what one person says, like, the base foundation of most laws is self-defense. Most laws will protect you if you are doing something that is illegal in your own best interest. For example, if there is a tornado and you need to get shelter, you can legally break into a store and seek shelter in there, and you will be protected by most states under laws. So when you start having these people doing donuts in an underpass, firing an AK that ricochets and ends up killing people, you know, the base fundamentals of self-defense says that you should probably do something about this before it gets to that point. And if they're armed and they're actively shooting at the police, well, natural selection never looks so beautiful.
Like, was this a debate about moral authority, right? I mean, like...
And I mean that by the police shooting and killing the guys that are shooting at the police, by the way. That's what I mean.
Decided moral authority. Like, I was talking about moral authority. You call me an asshole all you want, I'm still right. So anyway, of course, so they did lock the comments about this. All these replies saying that such humans are not people shows why this is terrifying.
You know what my viewpoint of looting is? If you're a business owner or a homeowner or you're renting in a property and somebody, like, let's say you rent that house for one night and somebody breaks into that house, the minute their body crosses that threshold into that house, into your domain, they should lose all rights to their body. Period. So if you wanted to add another person to that sex dungeon, well, you just got another occupant. That's exactly what the fuck I think. If you break into somebody's house, you should do it knowing full well that once you cross that threshold into that domain, you will have no more human rights to that body. That's supposed to be yours. That's exactly what I think.
Yes.
Oh, but the criminal! Fuck the criminal. If he didn't want to lose rights to his body, should have been there. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it.
For people like him, that their age of engineered chaos is coming to an end, that people are coming to their senses and they're realizing that we don't actually have to live in a police state because we don't have the police putting the people in state prisons.
Yep.
So I think that you have a growing animosity and a growing resentment with like just average people where
Well, you know why? Because you've got a lot of these people like Gen X and millennials that were raised very strictly on staying out of trouble, and their punishments were ridiculous for getting in trouble. And now you've got these people doing donuts in the middle of an underpass, waving guns around and setting shit on fire, and nothing's happening to them. It's fucking annoying. It's frustrating. It's a slap in the face. It is. It's disgusting.
Sick of living in a minimum security prison in their everyday life. They're sick of going to a McDonald's with bulletproof glass. They're sick of not being able to sit down at the Wendy's. They're sick of going to Chick-fil-A and the chairs are bolted to the ground so homeless people don't steal them or melt them down.
You can't forget about the fact that you can't even go into a store and buy makeup now without it all being fucking put in boxes. You have to find an associate, which, by the way, is almost impossible to do. And once you find them, it takes them like 35 fucking minutes to unlock it and keep it behind the counter. And not to mention, you can't even go into a McDonald's anymore and speak to somebody without there being a 3-inch fucking the plexiglass in between you and the fucking person on the inside, because you got all these morons hopping across the counter and destroying shit in the back room. It's fucking annoying, man. We're having to pad the whole fucking world because these idiots don't want to put these bastards in jail.
Metal. They're sick of it. They're tired of going to CVS and needing to speak with a customer service representative to have a tracking tag taken off of a candy bar. Like, we're just sick of it. We're sick of it. We're so sick and tired of it. And the problem is that really, and this is the issue, right? Is that every single person has to live with these consequences because we don't want to impose consequences on the people that are criminals.
Exactly.
And so you are actively dehumanizing your fellow people. I want to let him know, and I will be very perfectly clear.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care. You're actively dehumanizing your fellow people, which is what leads to fucking violence and atrocities. No, dipshit. What leads to violence and atrocities is the fact that they're committing crimes and they are getting away with it. That's what leads to vigilante justice, dipshit. There's even a term for it. Violence gets violence. That's how it works, unless you correct it. You're actively dehumanizing your fellow people. I'm sorry, I don't see the people that go out and butcher 37 other people and eat them as a fucking human. They're a fucking animal. If you're sitting here doing donuts in the middle of the street and setting shit on fire, you're a fucking animal. No different than how they called us Nazis and fascists to justify trying to kill us. They started this, and now they've cry-bullied themselves into a fucking corner. This is what you get. This is what you get. Eat shit.
Absolutely dehumanizing them. That is my goal. That is exactly what I am saying. I am saying that when you act like this, when you hurt people, when you rape people, when you abuse people, when you assault people, when you murder people, I don't see you as a human anymore. I see you as a fucking animal.
Because you're a fucking animal. You're a piece of shit. Go to jail.
You know what? The feeling is mutual because they think the exact same thing about you.
Exactly.
And I don't care.
If they could kill you and get away with it, they would. Why do you think they were so aggro whenever Renee Good tried to run over that ICE officer and then she got her bitch ass shot and killed? Why do you think that is?
Care about being the better person. I care about helping better people. And that means putting those fucking freaks, those insane psychopaths, putting them in a box for the rest of their life. And so that's all. I don't care about having a moral upper hand. I don't care about being right. I don't care about, oh, like, you know, like, well, what will people think about this? I don't care what they think about it. This is the right thing to do, and it's obvious. So really, that's it to me. A padded cell, yeah. Dehumanize them, yeah. And that's absolutely, that's the way I feel. 100%, which leads to fucking violence and atrocities. Really,
and I love that they want to sit here and talk about humane or humanity, or they want to talk about, like, oh, the victims. Motherfucker, if you commit a crime, it's time for you to go to jail. You know why? Because there's no such thing as a victimless crime. That's why. When you break into a store and you're waving around a gun or you're threatening an employee of that store, that person has to live with that. I know somebody at a Walmart I worked at. He was one of my a good friend of mine. He got pistol whipped with a gun whenever they were robbing the fucking Walmart. I worked at that Walmart. I just wasn't there at the time. Bro wouldn't hurt a hair on anybody's head either. He's such a sweet dude. I'm not even kidding, dude. He's married. He had kids. He's an older fella. You know what I'm saying? He got pistol whipped. They just walked by him. He looked at them, put his hands up, and they hit him in the face. You know what should happen to that guy? He should be pumped full of lead. That's exactly what I think. You want to sit here and act like a fucking animal? Don't be surprised whenever society starts treating you like one.
This isn't a violence or an atrocity. Disgusting fascist rhetoric. Learn some history and grow some humility. You want to talk... So this guy was farming hate on me. There's a lot of people that farm hate on me. It's fine. But this person seemed like a relatively, you know, like just an average person, so I replied. And, you know, then immediately after that, and also, by the way, people will attack me whenever people make posts like this about me, right? They will. They'll attack me. Hilarious how they only want it one way.
Well, what's even more hilarious to me is they want to play the victim card. Do you understand that these people are the ones that are advocating for deplatforming? They're the ones that have deplatformed content creators because of their opposing view of what they want. They've also been threatened. They've been doxxed. The ICE agents have been threatened and doxxed. Political people have been shot and killed. They've been attempting to shoot the president, and they want to act like they're the ones being oppressed on. They started it. They started this. And they're still doing it. They're still trying to deplatform people. They're still trying to push biased narratives, even into YouTube, even into Twitch. Why do you think Hassan gets off after he's reading a terrorist manifesto? He gets suspended on his 1 day off. It's not over yet. There are still protests and riots going on daily in every single one of these states. You know what the difference is now? Somebody's hiked the price and made it to where legacy media doesn't cover it anymore. That's what the difference is. It's still very much so going on.
Yeah, I know. The bottom 2% oppresses us more than the top 1%. It's getting to be that way, isn't it? And and so this is, you know, a tragedy in 5 parts. I've locked the thread. I've locked this thread to replies. I refuse to be
Oh, W gifted high five by Pam. W Pam, when did that pop up? I'm sorry, Pam, I didn't see that until just now. W Pam. When did that even pop up, man? W high five. Piece of shit. I didn't even get a notification on the other chat for that. We are making history. Bro, what are you doing here? Theo gives more money to politicians than Soros. Riots every day in all these states where lies. The U.S. started hostilities with Iran back in the 50s, but you don't know history. I'm not advocating for terrorists. I'm saying Iran war was not MAGA and is only hurting us. What are the leftist policies have been passed in the last 20 years? What, if you aren't MAGA, you hate America. Well, how is that whenever you're MAGA, you're also a fascist and a Nazi? How'd you come to that? How do these people come to this conclusion? Like, I don't even... Schumer is centralist, Nancy Pelosi. Like, do you have anything to talk about when it comes in regards of this? I mean, like, are you even on the current topic, or are you just here to like move everybody around? We're just gonna ban you, dude. We're just gonna ban you because like you came in even a couple days ago. I don't even know when this was, and all you have to say is like negative things. Why don't you go do something else with your time, man? Just go do something else.
Objected to the disgusting and violent rhetoric these large accounts bring in their wake. Well, I've got bad news.
I got way too much to cover than to sit here and deal with you.
I've got really bad news. Whenever I find out that it's bothering somebody that I'm focusing on them and making fun of them, that makes me do it more because I don't like you. I don't like what you represent. And I don't like the fact that you try to make other people suffer in order to fulfill performative virtue. No, I don't like you. And so now the fact that I know that this bothers you and upsets you, I'm going to do it more.
Exactly. Like
that's because that's my goal. Like, I don't think... Again, we're not trying for the moral upper hand here, okay? And oh, by the way, and I want to say one thing just to be certain, is that inside of my moral framework, I am the only one who's moral.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no problem saying and being like, oh, well, I don't mind being the bad guy. Yeah, I don't mind people thinking I'm the bad guy because I know I'm not. I know I'm right.
That's right, yeah.
This is obviously what you have to do. And the thing is that I just don't, I don't need to try to argue and debate with people that have fallen morality. I don't. They don't have true morality. Their morality is derived by a consensus.
Exactly, just like that guy that was like, oh, but the war's been going on for 50 years, that's just the new thing. They don't care what this is the reason why debating people has completely been, it's useless. Because whenever you are losing in a debate, people just lie. That's just what they do. They're doing whatever they can to push a narrative. And they're going to use mental gymnastics, false information, made up information. They're going to try to spin the narrative. They're going to come up with every damn thing they can to tiptoe around the hard facts. And the hard facts say that whenever somebody commits a crime, regardless of their skin color, which, by the way, makes it equality, you put them in jail. That's what true equality is. If a woman walks up and punches you in the face and you punch her back, that's a beautiful thing called American equality. Okay? If somebody shoots at you and you have a gun and you shoot at them and you kill them, that's called equality. It's also called the American way. But I digress.
That's the way it is. And go read a book. Why? So I can get dumber? So I can be stupid like you? I don't think so. And
what is it with these idiots saying go read a book? What is that?
Think about the poor rioters. So this is what I said to respond to him. I said, average people are tired of living under the anarcho-tyranny that has been deliberately engineered across America.
Yep.
And I think this is the correct word, by the way. I'll show this on the Google, and you guys will know what it means. Because by applying it, I think this is a perfect application of this term. So, and I think it should be used and discussed a lot more. How did you find that word? I don't know. And by the way, I'm going to take a step further.
People don't belong in labor camps. If you kill somebody, you should have your rights taken away. If you go out and you kill somebody or you rape somebody, you should have all of your rights taken away. You know why? Because while you were violating the rights of that human being before you killed them and or did that horrible thing to them, they had rights and they got taken away. So it's time for yours to go away now too. You should be worked to death. That's what you deserve. You go out and hurt somebody and kill somebody, you need to be worked to death. That's what you get. Maybe don't do that.
For their own good. This is for their own good. I'm trying to help them. Because, so you have two worlds, right? So you have the first world where, for example, you sit inside...
We already feeding them. At least we can get labor out of them. We already feeding these morons.
A prison, and you just walk around.
They get to sit around all day and butt fuck each other and play cards and gamble and make shit fucking vodka. Nah, dude, you get to work for 16 hours a day now. Congratulations.
Thing all day, and you get in fights, and you work out, and maybe you play basketball for 2 hours a day, right? You spend the rest of the time jacking off. Like, is that truly a better existence than being able to develop a skill, maintaining physical exercise potentially, and building a trade or some sort of ability to do something that's of value whenever you get out of jail? So the reality is that not only are the work camps humane, but they are the most totally made irrelevant by AI.
I think he's right. I think that, like, if you put work camps into prison, like, he's talking about the human body needs to stay in motion. I agree with that. If they have work camps in prison, that would be the best thing for them. They stay in motion, they get work in, they get skills that if they ever get out, they can use in real life. You can like you know what I'm saying? There's no bad to this. Like, I don't...
So the reality is that, you know, or sorry, like, let's say he was a coder, and now he's not able to develop more skills while he's in jail. Like, that's it. Unironically based. Yeah, and so, like, really, like, whenever I'm saying this, it is actually the morally correct position, and it's by far the morally correct position. And so I said, why do people not belong in labor camps? He says, oh, why not? Have you ever seen a labor camp? It's inhumane. Well, I mean...
I don't really care. If they took the life of somebody else, I don't care about their humanity. Clearly, they traded it to be a killer. They're animals. Treat them as such. If you go out and kill somebody with malicious intent, you need to be treated like the fucking animal you are.
Like, do you think prisons are inhumane, right? I mean, if you have people, like, if I look at a prison, I would say that a prison is inhumane. Like, I think that a lot of prisons are inhumane. Like, they have people sitting around like animals. Like, even, like, for example, like, do you remember, this is what it was like, her sitting in jail, right? Footage inside Ghislaine Maxwell's prison cell released in the Epstein files.
Look at that.
So we're going to watch, this is what she does. It's not even sped up. I thought it was sped up. Give me a second. Let me, because I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, so I can't find it. So she just sits there in this box all day, right? That's literally all she does. She literally just sits there in the box, right? I mean, like, that's whenever you don't exercise and move around and do something. So really, whenever I'm saying that you should put them to work, and like, honestly, like, I look at
it's more humane to put them to work than to just keep them in the box all fucking day. It is.
Salvador, like, labor camps, it seemed like those guys were doing pretty well. It seemed pretty good. And so anyway, you advocate spiel the long layer, and so anyway, because I was going to reply to this person again, because I knew this person was a bot, right? I knew they were a bot. And so anyway, I was waiting for this. So as soon as he replied to this, that's why there are no other replies to my comment.
Oh, he locked
It's
comments.
because after this, your inhumane labor camp solution has been tried and rejected as the evil filth it is. There are a lot.
Well, that's crazy, because there are laws in America right now where you, like, certain states allow the criminals to work.
A lot of countries that
and
have
even China and what was it, like, South Korea? Is it South Korea?
Labor camps right now, and they force prisoners into labor.
Yeah,
in fact,
force them to work.
Places in America do that now. So this isn't even true. Your attitudes belong in the trash bin of history, but you rejoice at bringing more violence. You're pathetic. So this is another totally emotional argument. You're not even addressing the conversation.
Because that's all they have. They can't talk about anything else. They can't actually attack the argument. Whenever these idiots get fucking owned, like they typically do with anybody with actual like critical thinking skills, and there's a lot of them. They just call you names. They try to go after how you look. It's the same stupid shit. I mean, you guys have seen it on this channel dozens, hundreds, thousands of times before they get banned. They're just idiots.
Birdman literally uploaded
They're
another
idiots.
video saying he's won. Wait a minute, Birdman won. He beat me.
This guy that's number one boosted to get past me.
Of course. The guy that's higher ranked than you is cheating.
This is just doggy.
I have to show you this clip. It is the most insane self-report that you can pop.
Let's see, hold on. Let's look at this. There we go. This is new as of a couple hours ago, 2 hours ago. New information about the Iran war. Iranian military released a video. It was said shows missiles being launched. Oh yeah? Well, you know, they have to do something because they don't have... Like, I love how Trump was like, turn the internet back on or we'll fuck you up. And Iran was like, okay, we'll turn the internet back on, but they did it so that way they can make more fucking AI images, right? I love how these guys are still acting like they've won anything as they are being told to turn the internet on, and they do it. Created with anti-American stickers, including... So they made an AI video of a missile being launched with anti-American stickers on it. Man. Well, you know what they say, if you can't win it, at least fake it till you make it. This comes as a ballistic missile was successfully intercepted by Kuwaiti forces, according to CENTCOM. Which said that the U.S. operation to take out Iranian drones had also been victorious. Man, oh man, don't you just love it? It seems like all they can do is talk shit. That's all they got, man. At 10:17 p.m. ET on May 27, Iran launched a ballistic missile toward Kuwait that was successfully intercepted by Kuwait forces. This egregious ceasefire violation by the Iranian regime occurred hours after Iranian forces launched 5 one-way attack drones that posed a clear threat in and near the Strait of Hormuz. All drones were successfully intercepted by U.S. forces, which also prevented a 6th drone launch from an Iranian ground control site in Bandar. I don't even fucking know. U.S. Central Command and regional partners remain vigilant and measured as we continue to defend our forces and interests from unjustified Iranian aggression. Well, there it is, huh? Man, oh man. This egregious ceasefire violation by the Iranian regime occurred hours after Iranian forces launched 5 one-way attack drones. Oh, is this just on repeat? No, it's not. What is this? These guys are idiots, man. Iran violating ceasefire after targeting base.
So negotiations with Iran could be nearing a breaking point, as President Trump says, Tehran, they're running on fumes.
So it comes as Iran claims an attack overnight on a U.S. airbase in the Gulf region.
And Madeline Rivera is live at the White House this morning with the latest for us. Hey, Maddie. Hi, good morning, guys. Well, over the weekend, President Trump said a deal with Iran was largely negotiated. Now he says talks aren't quite there yet, but he still says an agreement is within
trauma is passed through DNA. No, trauma is not passed through DNA. Because based on what you said, memories would be passed through DNA, and I hate to break it to you, but it's not. I don't know what my mother's life was. I don't know what my dad's life was. And if that were the case, then you would have these children that were growing up in foster homes who would know a little bit about their fathers and mothers, but they don't. Because that's bogus. I don't know where you heard trauma is passed through DNA, but you're cooked, man. You're actually cooked. I don't know where the hell you pull that from, but that is just blatant misinformation and a lie. Slavery has been over for generations, man. That's just how it is. Slavery's been done for a while. Like that's all there is to it. And the only like actual racist stuff that we have to deal with nowadays are DEI and woke programs that are disenfranchising white people. So if you're advocating for equality, then be equal. Stop trying to disenfranchise one race of people.
Within reach.
Iran is very much...
And even if the trauma was passed in DNA, I didn't do a fucking thing. My family didn't do a fucking thing. I never owned a slave. I'm so fucking poor I would have been a slave. So, I'm sorry, but you have to be on an equal playing field like everybody else. That's just how it is. That's equality. You have to go to college, you have to bust your ass, you have to do what it takes to get the job like everybody else. Not based on your fucking skin color. That's racist, by the way. Whenever you get a job because of your skin color.
Intent, they want very much to make a deal. So far, they haven't gotten there. We're not satisfied with it, but we will be. We will be either that or we'll have to just finish the job. But their Navy is gone, as I've said 1,000 times. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Everything's gone, and they're negotiating on fumes.
Perhaps complicating matters, this morning the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps says it targeted a U.S. airbase in what CENTCOM calls an egregious ceasefire violation. And CENTCOM says Iran launched a ballistic missile toward Kuwait that was successfully intercepted by Kuwaiti forces. Iran calls it retaliation after U.S. forces shot down 5 Iranian one-way attack drones over the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. says it also hit an Iranian ground control station in Bandar Abbas before it could launch a 6th drone. Both nations are warning of more aggressive action if necessary. President Trump is threatening Iran and Oman if they strike a deal to control the Strait of Hormuz as well. And he's brushing off concerns that he's facing political pressure from the midterms, maintaining Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Secretary of State Marco Rubio...
I don't give a fuck what's going to happen in the midterms, and I doubt any other of the Western... I doubt any of the Middle Eastern countries do either. If the midterms lead to Trump losing... more seats in the House, it doesn't fucking matter. Because if America leaves the Iranian war, if I was Trump, I would just tell Israel, do whatever you gotta do. Because I guarantee you they're gonna do it anyway. If America doesn't want to get involved with taking down the IRGC in Iran, then I guarantee you Israel, with how Iran is weak the way it is now, are gonna do whatever they need to do it. Like, either way, the IRGC's days are going to be numbered. I feel like even if America made a deal with Iran, Israel isn't gonna stop bombing them. Same thing with the UAE. The UAE is done with their bullshit too. Like, the days of the IRGC are just numbered, and they don't realize it.
Says they'll see if they can make progress.
I feel like, if anything, America still being involved in this is just making it worse. Because Trump is just holding all these forces back instead of continuing and finishing this fucking job. This is just a waste of everybody's fucking time, what he's doing out there in that Hormuz. Like, come on.
Days.
Now, the president's preference, Mr. President, your preference is told us repeatedly, is always to negotiate these things and to figure out if you can have agreements. Diplomacy is always the first option. And we continue to work on that through your envoys, Mr. Woodcoff and Kushner and others, the vice president, who've been very involved. And if there's an agreement to be made, we want that to be made.
And regarding Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium, the president says he's not comfortable with Russia or China taking it. Lawrence Ainsley and Brian.
Thanks so much, Manny. Appreciate it.
Of course.
So they got 1,000, we shoot somebody 1,000 pounds of uranium. What's going to happen to it? Because you have to secure the area.
At this point, when it comes to us going out there and doing it ourselves, caving is caving. No, he's on this.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're targeting Trump, Iran, and Oman managing the traffic. We know that's not true. They're also reporting that the U.S. people that we want to restore, that they are restoring, that Iran is restoring the commercial shipping in the Straits, with Iran and Oman managing the traffic. We know that's not true. They're also
they're not moving anything. What the hell is he doing? Like, what the fuck is he doing, bro? Those ships aren't moving. Everyone can see they're not moving. Stop fucking lying. What's going on? We obviously have the capabilities to continue bombing them. Why the fuck aren't we doing that? They don't want to play ball. They want to continue putting landmines in the strait, even during a ceasefire. Fuck them up. Why is this even a question? Why are we, what is he doing?
reporting that the U.S. will withdraw military forces from the immediate vicinity. We know that's not true.
So you're gonna let two different foreign countries, one of which we're technically at war with, open the strait and deal with getting the ships through. The fuck?
The White House is saying this report is a complete fabrication. The U.S. military...
Okay, so it's fake. Okay.
This will make you feel better. We have 15,000 troops enforcing a blockade in Iran. We have thousands of additional forces at these bases in Qatar, in the UAE, and in Bahrain. We also have naval vessels there. We always show that map of all the ships that we have in the area. Thousands of sailors, thousands of Marines are there defending the strait so that Iran does not control it.
All right. So we're going to talk about this throughout the day, and obviously things are going to be fluid. And I think the president, what you're reading,
In just 5 days, L.A. voters are picking their next mayor, and Spencer Pratt, who you just heard talking to us during the commercial, shaking up the high-stakes race, promising to root out crime, homelessness, and get those burned homes, including his own, rebuilt.
Mm-hmm. Now this is a story.
Hoi! No, you're not doing that.
Bel Air.
No.
Downtown is so unsafe now that they have to serve the food. All the employees have to eat inside. She doesn't care about safety. She doesn't care about anything.
No, it's obvious. The thing is that in order for them to mass import their voter base, they have to maintain a lawless state, because if they were to arrest these guys, or these ladies and these guys that are illegally there taking from the government funding, they would have to turn them over to ICE agents, and it would cause a problem and make them look bad again. So they're just allowing all of this to happen in their state.
She's talking about, at least Mayor Bass pretends to care.
and it just may be working for Pratt. He's seeing a major boost in support, outraising incumbent mayor Karen Bass by nearly 10 times.
Oh, my God. Lot of rich California people that want their fucking houses back, man.
The man himself, Spencer Pratt, joins us now. Spencer, thanks so much for joining us on the Curvy Couch.
I'm so blessed.
Yo! Let's go!
Here.
So tell us about this rise, because no one saw you coming. We really didn't. So much to spare in L.A., but you focus on the bread and butter issues. You're not talking high level, just brass tacks, clean streets, safety. Your house shouldn't be burned down.
Yeah. W. Chris Pratt. Oh, Spencer Pratt, sorry. W. Spencer Pratt.
Yeah, absolutely. Why I'm resonating across the country.
It's because everybody's been fucking affected by this. Everybody's tired of it. Everybody wants this change because the streets are currently being lit on fire and Waymos are being burned into the fucking pavement while you've got these teens doing fucking donuts in the middle of the street with AKs in their hands. It's complete anarchy.
Outside of the country is because all I focus on is the truth. I'm the look around candidate. I do basics. I don't do national politics. I don't do parties. I just say look, they're stealing all of our tax money to give it to drug addicts, to have needles and tourniquets, and they're actually even selling the drugs to these addicts to let these people die on our sidewalks. I want to be the compassionate one, get these people mandatory treatment.
Exactly. Oh my fucking God. I said this whenever they started cleaning up DC. You want these streets to be safer? Get rid of the homeless encampments. Enforce, either you give them an option. You can go to a treatment facility and get off the drugs, or you can go to jail, but you're still going to get off the damn drugs. You decide. You leave the treatment facility and you go somewhere else. Warrant is issued for your arrest, and they go out and they find you. They put you in jail. Period. No exception.
Medical treatment with doctors to help them get off of fentanyl and super meth, and that is what people actually want in LA. As much as everybody wanted to believe the people that have been in charge, my opponents combined are at almost 10 years of their experience, they are failures. And so people want an outsider that's not a politician, that's just saying the facts, the truth. These people have failed us.
Let's go,
They spend
Ramboni.
all of our tax money to increase problems. And I keep it basic. And again, I never wanted to be the mayor. I just wanted somebody to tell the truth. And by telling the truth, now the people are behind me, and I will continue to speak the
Let's
truth
go,
on behalf
Magic
of Los
Man.
Angeles for as far as they want to push me.
Now, Spencer, you raised a lot of money, the most money, between April 19th and May 16th, like a week ago. So Spencer has raised $2.72 million. Nithya, who is the progressive, she has raised $400,000, and then Karen Bass, $283,000. Where are you getting the money? There are three of you in the race, and there could be a runoff. One of you has to get 50%, and this polls are not showing that anyone is close to that.
Correct. So, first off, the reason why all that money was raised, that was right after the debate, and they saw me destroy these two terrible...
Honestly, I would like to see him running as governor. I would like to see Spencer Pratt running for governor of California. I would like to see that. I do. I think that'd be a fantastic idea.
Politicians for an hour straight, and everybody realized...
I feel like the issue is with Spencer Pratt is that he's going to get the mayor. He might get the mayor position, but then Gavin Newsom is going to fuck him 5 different ways from Sunday. Straight up. I don't think he's going to be able to get any of the federal funding he's going to need to do everything he wants, and everybody's going to look at him in a bad light. The best thing he can do when that happens is be as transparent as possible and point the finger at Gavin Newsom.
Finally, somebody telling the truth. So that's where all the money came from. And a lot of it's from all over the country, because people forget over 50,000 people a year leave Los Angeles because it's so terrible.
First time ever. More people leaving than coming.
So these people see that I'm saying why they left. So they're trying to get me elected so they can move back. That's what people are missing. These are actually former Angelinos that got forced out of this city that Mayor Bass has destroyed. And that's why they're donating, because they want me to be mayor so they can move back, because LA is incredible when you don't let drug addicts take over the street and make moms and kids scared to go to parks or the school. This is the truth. And that's, again, it's a look around.
What about the runoff? Sorry, can I just get that second part of the question?
Yeah, I have a feeling God wants me just to win with 51% on June 2nd, and it's over. I believe it's a low turnout election, and that's why, again, I'm on this beautiful couch to remind everybody to get your ballots in today. Don't wait till June 2nd, because we will definitely win if everyone who's as angry as me in Los Angeles just goes and votes.
Oh,
And
I guarantee you. Yeah, no, for sure.
Share things on social media or tell their friend they're angry, they physically go vote. And they don't have to wait till June 2nd. A lot of people are concerned about elections and you got to vote in person. No, you vote today. You put it in the mailbox, you drop it in the ballot box. We win with the most votes. And a lot of people, again, in California are concerned about, election fraud. We can always outvote cheating, period.
Yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right. Absolutely.
And we can do that literally in the next 5 days with just moms alone and animal lovers, because I'm also going to stop the abuse of these dogs on the streets and these alleged no-kill shelters that are killing thousands of dogs. I'm going to stop that as well. So animal lovers and moms, we're beating any cheating that people say could happen.
I remember how angry you were when your house burned down. Nothing was getting done. Everyone's wondering, who's Spencer Pratt? Like, is this guy really going to run? And next thing you know, you're in. And I thought, wonder if he's going to get any traction. Then I listened to you with Joe Rogan, 3.5 hours, deep on issues. And he's from the area, so he knows you're right on these issues. He knows the problems.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's one of the things whenever you're not living in a fucking iron castle or on a throne made out of gold. You understand what's going on in your community, and you already have money, so you're going to run for governor and probably get it, because a lot of the people that are having problems with the current administration are also dealing with the same bullshit. Yeah, of course. It's this wonderful thing called being able to connect or fuck's sake, relate. He's relatable because he's been through it just like them. Just like me and y'all. Like, y'all are here because, we've been through the ringer. That's how it is. Like,
when I was done listening, I didn't know if you were a Republican, independent, or a Democrat. Rick Caruso seems like a Republican, but ran as a Democrat. How are you running?
Yeah, thankfully, it's a nonpartisan race, so I don't have to be either. I have
What are you?
I'm a registered Republican, but my supporters are all Democrats because Los Angeles is all Democrats. All the people.
Well, the thing is that Republicans are Republicans now because the Democratic people that are running are all fucking schizo. They're crazy. They're trying to rig elections. I mean, allegedly, they're trying to rig elections. I don't want to get sued. And they're doing all this crazy shit with this mass immigration that's fucking people over out of jobs. Like, on Skid Row, you have people that are staying on Skid Row that are immigrants that migrated here from like Cuba that are saying that Cuba was better. Like, what the fuck is that? You got this dude over here staying in a tent with his whole family, wife and kid. The hell is that, man?
Financing me are Democrats. All the meetings I take every day are Democrats. Democrats are very angry with what happened to Los Angeles. They were fed a bunch of lies by Mayor Bass, who said she was going to literally solve homelessness. She was going to do all these things she didn't do. So all of the people that put her actually in office are now behind me. So it's a nonpartisan race. There's no letter next to either of our names because the mayor is not supposed to represent a party. They're supposed to make sure your moms are safe, your houses don't burn down,
right, man.
and your tax money is
we
going to your
We got the Leering Center hoodie.
Drug addicts. So thankfully, I have Republicans that love me. I have Democrats that love me. I have independents that love me. Even some socialists message me and they're like, hey, don't be so mean to us. We like you too. I'm like, sorry, I don't mess with socialists.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got one here.
Yeah, no comment on that.
Your movement is palpable. And sometimes we get a little jaded because we see this movement that's happening online and we're not there on the ground in LA. I guess the big question, I saw that mom yesterday that talked about her daughter being out there strung out on drugs, and that's why she was going to vote for you, because you're going to end that. But how are you going to make sure that the energy that we see online is going to be the people that go pick up that ballot? Like, do you have buses? Do you have strategy? You have people out there making sure these people get to the polls?
W Jules for the Hyundai, W2 Jules for the 100 by F4 Horizon, Aphorism.
Part and pray that everybody shows up and votes. I obviously have anything a campaign has: ground teams, door knockers. But at the end of the day, this is why I'm here, to remind people you gotta vote. You gotta do your part. Everyone needs to vote. A lot of people I talk to, that even my close friends, that love me. I'm like,
something happened with Magic? I see your congratulations. There's something going on with Magic Man. I just smoke weed now and I've done it all. Doctors to help me. I think that marijuana is probably going to be the next best thing when it comes to people that are suffering, like with chronic pain or like cancers and stuff. I don't understand how you can put sugar, one of the most addicting substances to mankind, into everything that you eat and drink, but God forbid you smoke a little bit of green. You know what I'm saying?
Did you vote? Like, oh, I don't know how. So we just need, you'd be shocked. A lot of people just have given up because we've had 22 years of failed policies in LA. They don't think they can be changed.
Failed policies? No. You see, in order for a policy to fail, you have to put one into action that is worth a shit. Like Mayor Bass spending $800,000 on putting up ICE protesting signs that say that ICE cannot enter or use facilities because the mayor just doesn't like them, while the ICE agents ignore that and set up shop anyway, is a great way to waste a lot of fucking money. I look forward to hopefully seeing Spencer Pratt get into the mayorship. I want him to make change for California, but we all know the reason why if it wouldn't. It's because of Newsom. Gavin Newsom is the be-all, end-all of all federal funding that enters into California for the most part. So we'll see how it goes.
Opponents is Nithya Raman, considered more left than Karen Bass. This is what she said about you.
And then you have this person who is this kind of reality TV star who has...
Here we go. We got to start talking about all the we got to disenfranchise him. We got to make him inhuman, so that way whenever we bash him, it makes more sense, right?
These pronouncements that I will solve it. We have a moment when that message can have a lot of purchase, and that is really scary to me, because I don't think there is there's the experience to actually deliver on results.
So that woman has had, I think, almost 5 years. She's been the chair of the homeless housing department for the last 3 years. The drug addicts that are attacking moms that are naked in front of kids, that is on her and Mayor Bass.
And they need to go to jail. If you run a city or a state so poorly that you've got mass fucking immigration and mass crime going on in your state, like the second that you start having more crime in your state than what was there prior, you need to go to jail. Straight up. Obviously, you ain't doing anything that you should be doing. It's time to go to jail.
This is a woman who fought in her own district for moms that didn't want drug addicts selling drugs, being naked in front of kids in front of the school. She's fighting them on camera, saying there's no difference between 1 foot and 500 feet to have naked drug addict encampments in front of kids. So when these people talk, you're literally listening to
if you listen to what they say, it will terrify you.
And she's to fund the police too.
She's not even going to be a conversation. We should just focus on that.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
After the debate,
I was going Michelle.
The betting apps, she went from 65% to, I think she's at 5%. She's so irrelevant that we should just focus on Bass.
I want to ask you, we show all these images of you and Heidi standing in the rubble that used to be your house. And
that's heartbreaking.
Walk us through what we're seeing. That has to be devastating. Devastating. And you said you knew someone that burned to death in their house because of this. Your parents lost their house. And this is what led you to...
And not a single one of those elected motherfuckers are serving a day in jail for this. They should be thankful. Every day they go to their little gated house and they live in their multi-million-dollar mansion that a mob does not pull them out and burn them at the stake. They should be thanking their lucky stars and praying to whatever the fuck it is that they pray to, and thanking that thing every single fucking day they're still alive.
Run. Where are y'all on the permit stages? What will you do if
Whenever
you win?
I started covering those fires in LA last year, my blood was boiling. I don't think I screamed as much as I screamed in anger on a stream than that. Whenever I saw those firemen down there with no fucking water, my head almost popped off. I was so angry. I was boiling in this chair. And I knew it the second I started seeing those firemen standing around. I was like, they don't have any fucking water. Not only did the systems in place that were supposed to prevent this from happening not get done, the insurance left the area and people are dying and burning in their fucking houses. These firemen, these first responders don't even have the capabilities of being able to do their fucking job because there was no water. How is it that this state pretty much burns to the ground every single year on the first of the year, and you don't do what you're supposed to be doing to make sure it doesn't happen? There is no excuse, period. These people need to be put in prison for all the homes, for all the people that lost their lives because of this.
Sure, the Palisades are rebuilt.
The Palisades is going to be a long time.
Yo,
I don't like to
99
sugarcoat
cent.
This
From the Chud USA, W.
is going to be, you know, for some people it'll be never, because a
How's
lot
it
of
going,
people were senior citizens, they were
anti-Whitefield?
underinsured. A lot of people are fighting their
Anti-Whitefield?
insurance companies that aren't paying out what they should be. So that's just a tragic failure on Mayor Bass and, of course, Gavin Newsom State Park. But
how's it going,
of
Allison?
course, I'm
Morning,
gonna work
Allison.
with the Palisades and try to build faster. That is.
I hope that Spencer Pratt is able to become the mayor and is actually able to use the funding that he needs in order to change California or LA or wherever the fuck he's going to be at, you know? I hope that he's able to do it. And I don't want him to be able to do it because he's a Republican. I want him to do it because there should be someone more competent leading that city or state that is willing to make hard decisions on if a fish should get fucking water or if they're going to be able to put out fires that make Americans burn to death.
Also in the Middle East, a potential deal between the U.S. and Iran remains in limbo as U.S. forces accuse Tehran of an egregious ceasefire violation by carrying out a strike on Kuwait overnight.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the ongoing conflict. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. An exchange of fire overnight after Iran launched
If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Check out that channel membership. Check out those jewels. If you donate, the jewels helps get more viewers on the stream. Check out the Discord being modified and ran by Sticks and Rachel, W. Sticks and Rachel. They're complete badasses, so W to them. W to all the chitter chatters. Check out
commercial vessel.
Check out that channel membership with the exclusive emotes, by the way.
Attempting to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM says at least 5 one-way attack drones were spotted and then shot down in this area. A U.S. strike was then conducted against a control station near the city of Bandar Abbas that was about to launch another drone. In response, the Iranians launched a drone and ballistic missile attack against Kuwait, targeting a U.S. base there, according to Iran's IRGC. The Kuwaitis confirmed an attack on
That's
their
right, I got my
territory that
hoodie.
triggered sirens and alerts.
We leering people today.
CENTCOM released a statement saying U.S. Central Command and regional partners remain vigilant and measured as we continue to defend our forces and interests from unjustified Iranian aggression. The exchange of fire comes amid efforts to reach a deal between the United States and Iran. President Trump spoke from the White House on Wednesday, saying he would only accept a great deal and that he would not be comfortable with Iran exporting their highly enriched uranium to China or Russia.
Iran is very much, we're not satisfied. We will be either that or we'll have to just finish the job.
The IDF launched a tracking developments in the conflict between Israel and Iran's largest proxy, Hezbollah. The IDF launched a series of heavy strikes overnight, targeting the southern city of Tyre and further north in Sidon. After
They wiping these fucking Hezbollah mofos out, dude. W. Hell yeah, get them. At least somebody's making some fucking progress in this war.
evacuation orders were given, at least 8
Get it,
people
boys.
were killed overnight.
In this strike, I feel for the people who left their homes and livelihoods and came seeking shelter. This building that was hit had 6 apartments occupied by poor families who had fled from the south to escape the attacks there, only to be hit here.
The IDF says they carried out a targeted assassination in the Lebanese capital of Beirut just about 2 hours ago. And as we were speaking, guys, you could hear Israeli fighter jets over the skies of Tel Aviv, an indication there may be another bombing campaign against southern Lebanon in the minutes ahead.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you harbor terrorists. I mean, it sucks. You know, there's always casualties of war. That's just kind of how it is, you know?
Guys.
Trey, thanks so much.
Yeah, their days of occupation are coming to an end, huh?
Yeah. It's I just don't know how you talk to these people at the same time this is happening.
Doesn't seem like they want to talk.
No, they don't. They obviously don't. Everyone can see that. Give me a second. Let me use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Be right back. Okay, we bake. Sorry about date. Boom.
The U.S.-Iran ceasefire hanging on by a thread as both sides trade attacks, with U.S. forces launching a new set of defensive strikes overnight.
But the president is still pushing for diplomacy and says he won't rush into a bad deal with Tehran.
Right. So what's going on, and who are we talking to? Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yanks is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Trey, more fighting.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. A significant development overnight after Iran launched drones toward a commercial vessel attempting to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. A U.S. official tells Fox News that one-way attack drones posed a threat and were shot down. Then a strike was also conducted against a control station near the city of Bandar Abbas that was about to launch a fifth drone. In response, the Iranians launched a drone and missile attack against Kuwait, targeting a U.S. base there, according to Iran's IRGC. Now, the Kuwaitis confirmed an attack on their territory that did trigger sirens. The exchange of fire comes amid efforts.
Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep bombing people that aren't attacking them? It's fucking brain dead. Why would you attack Kuwait? They're not even trying to hurt. Like,
to reach a
why
deal
do you keep dragging more countries in? I don't even know where the fuck. What is Kuwait connected to? Is that the UAE? What country is Kuwait part of? Oh, it's its own country. No, it's its own country. So they're literally attacking another country. Why? What is bombing Kuwait gonna do?
Iran. President Trump spoke from the White House on Wednesday, saying he would only accept a great deal and he would not be comfortable with Iran exporting their highly enriched uranium to China or Russia.
That is true. They are getting away with it. I mean,
is very much intent. They want very much to make a deal. So far, they haven't gotten there. We're not satisfied with it, but we will be.
Bro, his hair is holding on by, like, hope, spit, and glue. I mean, at this point, dude, just get a fucking toupee. Holy God, this comb-over thing is hilarious.
We will be either that or we'll have to just finish the job.
We're also tracking developments in the conflict between Israel and Iran's largest proxy, Hezbollah. The IDF launched a series of heavy strikes overnight, targeting the southern city of Tyre and further north in Sidon. After evacuation orders were given, at least 8 people were killed in southern Lebanon.
Oh, well, if they told them to evacuate and they didn't, then that's their own fucking problem. The fuck?
In this strike, I feel for the people who left their homes and livelihoods and came seeking shelter. This building that was hit had 6 apartments occupied by poor families who had fled from the south to escape the attacks there, only to be hit here.
You know, you're right. He is matching the gold trim. Trump is matching that gold trim. Maybe that's the reason why he's got the gold trim. You know?
An Israeli soldier was also killed yesterday in the northern part of this country. Hezbollah is using fiber optic drones, making it difficult for the Israelis to intercept the incoming fire. Guys?
All right. Thanks so much, Trey. Appreciate it. And of course, right now, there's no way for them to stop those drones. So they're quickly getting the tech team in Israel. And of course, right now, there's no way for them to stop those drones.
Difficult for the Israelis to intercept the incoming fire. Guys?
Escaped the attacks there, only to be hit here.
An Israeli soldier was also killed yesterday in the northern part of this country. Hezbollah is using fiber optic drones.
So they're even attacking Israel now as well. Like, but you want to sit there and say that Iran isn't backing Hezbollah? Seriously? Like, dude, these guys are hitting Israel, they're hitting America, they're hitting Kuwait, they're trying to attack the UAE. It's obvious they don't want to deal. What the fuck is Trump doing? The hell's he doing, bro?
Making it difficult for the Israelis to intercept the incoming fire. Guys?
Like, I can understand the animosity towards America, but why send fiber optic drones into Israel? That doesn't make any sense. Why try to bomb Kuwait?
Thanks so much, Trey. I appreciate it. And of course, right now, there's no way for them to stop those drones. So they're quickly getting the tech team in Israel to find a way to, because they're getting right through.
And back here at home, the oil prices yesterday went down. Both of the major benchmarks, which is the one in West Texas, the WTI, and the Brent crude, went down by more than $4. So it's down to.
Gas prices have plummeted. I don't know how long it'll last, but it probably won't last. I said that earlier this morning as well.
The oil price surge, they say, according to the White House, is temporary. So be patient. Here's the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent.
In terms of prices, I believe the prices are transitory. Oil will be lower than pre-conflict levels when this ends. Natural gas is already down. As
Did you hear that? Listen to what he said.
In terms of prices, I believe the prices are transitory. Oil will be lower than pre-conflict levels when this ends.
That means that, like I had said when this started, we should take their oil. And guess what's happening? We're going to take their fucking oil. There it is. So, like I said, big pains for big gains, boys. I hope y'all ready to watch that gas price plummet after this. All we got to do is hang in there, and it'll be even cheaper.
Natural gas is already down. As you mentioned, drug and pharmaceutical prices, they are plummeting, and rent is down. We are more resilient.
Commentary every 2 seconds. Well, that's what a reaction is. It's whenever you pause and you add feedback to the content. I mean, if you don't like the content, then don't watch the content. What do you people get fed? Trump is your undoing. Trump is the best thing that's happened to America. How old are you? I'm 31. What does it matter how old I am? What does that have to do with anything that I'm covering? Please don't start yelling too. Where are you taking me? Hee. Hose. I am 27. I am Palestinian, bro. Man, you got a lot of chitter chatters in here that are Palestinian. Wassam, where you at? There's a couple people in here. Oh, wait, hold on. That is Wassam. I'm fucking stupid. Where that guy at? I'm 45 and still don't get an answer. Because you talk poop. Yeah, I do. You know why? Because I'm a proud American patriot. That's why. I love this goddamn country. This is the best country in the world. I'm gonna talk shit about every country that's not my country. Damn straight. Welcome to America. How's it going, your boy Teddy? They're paid trolls. Oh, they probably are. They probably are.
brilliant.
I love it. What the fuck is a kilometer, man?
Energy dominance agenda to regulatory efforts, and we have never sold so much energy to the rest of the world.
So the president is acknowledging the pain that some Americans are feeling. And he realized that it may have some impact on the midterms. But he feels very strongly about not blinking when it comes to this, because that's what Iran...
Kilometers is 1,000 meters.
has essentially had their entire military...
Yeah, give me feet, man. What's that shit in feet? Fuck's a meter? Like a meter maid? Like a fucking, like a thing you park your car at? Fuck is that?
Strategy based on. They realize they can't beat us. But they only beat us and defeat us if the president blinks. And he's saying that he has to do the right thing for the country, right thing for the world. And he's not so much worried about in the next 5-6 years what Iran is going to do. He's saying if another president comes in, they're going to come out swinging against us.
Right. So the economists expect inflation to be there was a 3.8. They want it's up from 2.5. They expect it to be somewhere around 3.3, and it's really all because of energy. They do see
a meter is 3,281 feet. So 3,281 feet. That's weird.
The country continuing to grow at about 2%. It would be higher if it wasn't for oil and gas prices in this conflict. But just keep in mind, if we leave it the way it is right now, Hezbollah gradually gets funded.
Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, man, we're not talking about no miles, man. We're not talking about no meters. We damn sure ain't talking about no kilometers up in here. How the hell did math get involved in this? Hold on, wait a minute. How did miles and gallons and quarts get it? Now, hold on, wait a minute. This is not a math class. This is not like a 4th grade math class or a 3rd grade math class. Let's talk about the news, man.
Then Hamas gets funded again.
If I wanted to deal with that shit.
The unrest in the Arab world, and people are wondering when Iran is going to get that nuclear weapon. So it would just be delayed and then back to the same old storyline of what's Iran doing? What are his inspections? This seems to me to heading to a pathway of what Saddam Hussein was doing in 91 to 93, kicking out inspectors, lying about what they were doing, hiding in certain places, and that ended up being in war. I think the president sees that and wants to put an end to that.
Obviously.
And I'll tell you, I think the IRGC is trying to provoke an end to the talks. Why else would you be throwing drones into merchant ships and looking out? We're not going to allow that. And then, of course, we're going to take out the launchers.
Why the hell would you make a deal with a country that can't even control its own militia? Let's take a step back from that. If he's right, and I kind of like what he's saying here because it does make sense. If you've got a leader that you're talking to that can't even get control of his own fucking militia members or his own IRGC members, why the hell would you even attempt to make a deal with that person? Bomb the shit out of the people that are going off and doing whatever they want. And you know what's even crazier is if that's what's going on, the Trump administration needs to talk to the supreme leader and tell him, hey, if you don't stop this, we're going to bomb the shit out of where this is coming from. We're going to bomb that. We're going to make a crater out of that motherfucker. You understand me? So if you don't get control of it's no different than them using the proxy terrorism. That you realize that this group of people, this supreme leadership, is doing the exact same thing that it's doing with the terrorism. It's just saying that the IRGC is doing their own thing. And you know what's sad is that I feel like it's working because I don't think the U.S. knows what to do with it. These guys are a lot smarter than you want to give them credit for because if they have proxy terrorism all over the world and they're systematically destabilizing countries, what the hell do you think the likelihood is that they're doing the same thing with the IRGC internally? Where they're backing the IRGC that's currently dropping mines in the Strait of Hormuz, but they're not going to acknowledge any actual, anything that they're doing is what they want. That seems like a recipe for disaster.
So to me, the president and the foreign minister are talking here. The IRGC wants to fight again.
Well, the president of...
Give them what they want. I mean, if they want to do some more of this, for like, I don't know, another month, sure, let's do it. Except that the helicopter should be turning and firing back, though. Like, if they want to do this for another couple of months, I will give them what they want. I mean, shit, they don't have anything clearly to live for. Give them what they want. But they're over there shooting their little PP guns. They're shooting their little PP guns at the fucking helicopter. Look at them. While America's setting up camp in their airspace. Bro, we were over their airspace for so long, we could have fucking, claim that bitch like the moon. You know what I'm saying? We could have set up residency in that bitch. If that's what they want, give it to them. Hell, why are we sitting here? Why are we sitting here fucking with these people? They want to give it to them. Hell.
Iran and many of the other leaders, they want to live. They realize that they're the next. If the fighting begins, there's going to be a multiple prong attack approach, and the first people that are going to go out are going to be those leaders. Yeah. This is the third batch of leaders, and so they don't want to die.
Yeah, and the president was asked about the erroneous reports because they have state-run television over there, or they have state-run reports and news, and they're trying to say that the U.S. is withdrawing our forces from the immediate vicinity. They're trying to say that they are restoring commercial shipping in the straits with Iran and Oman, and they are managing the traffic. And the president said this is a complete fabrication. And don't forget, the U.S. military, we have 15,000 troops enforcing that.
Justin Banks, too. Who bombed the other night? America is pathetic. Aggressor owned by Israel masters. You had deal fool now. Trumpty Dumpty is dead. So what information did you hear from last night? I'll give you a minute. What did you hear about the bombing not last night, even last night and the night before? So what did you hear about that bombing? I'll give you a minute. I'll give you until 11:15. After that, I'm just going to permaban you. So, what information do you have about that, if any? I even think a minute is too long, to be quite frank. I guess a minute out of the stream that I got to sit here and wait on this pathetic answer. I don't even think they're still here, are they? No, of course not. They're just here to say stupid shit and then leave, because that's all they can do now. They don't even want to sit around and actually engage with the conversation. They just want to say stupid shit and then fuck off. Because, nope. America launched an attack. You're talking about... Hold on. God damn it. So you think... Where did it go? You know what? I'll just click on your name. So you think that America launched an attack other night. So you're talking about whenever the IRGC were laying more landmines inside of the Strait of Hormuz, which, by the way, is a war crime, right? That's what you're talking about? Whenever the only reason why Trump came to the table was to settle a peace agreement where they open up the Strait of Hormuz. Yet they're committing a war crime in the Strait of Hormuz. By putting water mines in the water. So, yeah, they tried to continue blocking up the Strait of Hormuz, and we bombed the shit out of them because it's a war crime to put water mines in international waters. Yeah, that's what happens when you fuck around. You find out. So now that you're done trying to spin this weird narrative that I covered yesterday, what's next? Isn't America doing the same thing in its blockade? No. America is not putting down water mines. Not at all. I don't know where you heard that information from, but that's false. I don't even think anybody said anything about America putting water mines in the water. Why the hell would we do that? We're busy trying to clear the fucking mines. Why would we put down our own? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't even, like, once those things are armed, you can't even, like, detonate. You have to detonate them to disarm them. Yeah, they use the military. They are blockading the strait. Yeah, and they're using a line of military ships. You know why? Because Iran blockaded the strait. We just blockaded their blockade. Yeah, tends to happen. How is it international water? It's international waters because everybody says that it's international waters. The UAE, Iran, Kuwait, China, Japan, they all see it as international water. And it's also international water because when the water hits more than one shoreline to a country, that automatically makes it international water. What do you think it is, a lake? No, it's international water. It's part of the ocean. The hell are you on about? You don't even know what you're talking about, yet you're trying to sit here and say that America is the one that's causing this. You rolled up in the wrong chat. I've been covering this even since before legacy media started covering it. I covered it before Fox even started covering it, and they were the first ones. I know very much so a lot of information about this. I've had Iranian people stop by and chat and leave links in Discord. Like, I don't think you understand what kind of chat room you're in right now. Are they even still here? Didn't you already have a deal? A deal with what? You mean the fact that America had a deal with Iran to maintain below a certain percentage of enriched uranium prior to America bombing the fuck out of them? Yeah, we did have a deal. They violated it whenever they enriched the uranium to 67% and above. No shit. We did have a deal with them. They fucking violated the peace treaty, so we bombed the fuck out of them. That's what you get. Not to mention all the fucking Americans and American soldiers and citizens that have been getting killed by these fucking schizo terrorist groups that are backed by Iran over the past, like, 47, 50 years because of the proxy terrorism they're doing. They're literally genociding their own fucking people, 45K strong, to maintain power in their own country. And you want to support these guys are putting children soldiers at the age of 12 out to die for the Iranian regime, the IRGC. They're ripping 12-year-olds from their own parents and sending them to die while they use schools and hospitals to house military equipment and soldiers, which, by the way, is also a war crime. Do you understand what kind of people these guys are? With Iran within inspectors going in. Yeah. And you know what happened? They didn't let the inspectors go in. They refused to let the IAEA in, but the IAEA already recorded levels of enriched uranium that were above what the treaty allowed. And they even openly said they were going to use it to make nukes. That's why they have ICBMs right now. Iran has ICBMs. They were going to enrich that uranium and make warheads to put on those ICBMs. They launched those ICBMs into the heart of Israel. They launched them other places as well. They've killed citizens with those ICBMs. Intercontinental ballistic missiles They were going to strip the warheads that were on them, enrich the uranium, and put fucking nukes on the top of those ICBMs. These guys have shown they're willing to genocide 45,000 people, charge the family members to come and collect the body for the bullet that fucking killed them. They're willing to block up the Strait of Hormuz, which, by the way, didn't even really affect America other than having to deal with the fucking reopening of the strait just to terrorize the rest of the world. These guys are terrorists. They're killers. They're going to keep and do whatever they have to do to maintain power, even if that means killing their own citizens and taking the kids of those dead family members and putting them in this war. You understand the kind of people it takes to do something like that? These are killers. They openly state death to Western culture in America, and you advocate for them? With how many citizens, how many soldiers have been killed by these guys? Are you crazy? Nah, man. Stop rambling and give proof. I want documents. Okay, give us the proof. And Trump is doing something else. No, we don't understand. You do right. Oh God, this guy is stupid. That's not fair. You have open news and the shit they feed Americans. Here, let me give you some advice. You want any form of proof? Go check out Asmongold. Go check out the Iranian that is a YouTuber that Asmongold reacted to. And then you can go check out my entire playlist of 2,000 videos where I go in depth whenever it comes to talking about this. And if that doesn't suit your taste, let me give you a word of advice. Let me show you something that a wonderful man once said. In fact, he's probably one of the smartest men we have currently on the planet. He's a wonderful guy, you know. I love him. I think a lot of people do. A lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves, I feel like. But he also does get a lot of credit. Where the fuck is he? Don't tell me they took the video down. Where'd he go? Right here. No? Oh, did they take it down? Oh no, guys, I think they took the video out. No, they did. They took it out. One unavailable video is hidden. Oh no, they got rid of it. That's okay. I'll look up another one. You know what? What I'll do instead? Damn, 90%. Well, you're cooked. You're cooked, man. You're cooked. Bye-bye. Have fun. Why don't you go and look the proof up yourself? Oh, wait, you don't want to because then it would fuck your narrative up, right? You don't care about the truth. You just want to sit here and spin a narrative, and it backfired on your stupid ass. Bye-bye. Have fun.
Possibly.
Okay, give me a second. So Ebola is ravaging the country now, I guess.
The White House revealing steps they are taking to combat the Ebola outbreak in Central Africa, including setting up a health facility in Kenya to receive Americans exposed to the virus. Secretary of State Marco Rubio speaking on these precautions during yesterday's cabinet meeting.
Then he...
Our number one obligation, you know, we're involved in foreign policy, but even our foreign policy, the number one priority of our foreign policy is to protect the American people. We cannot and will not allow any cases of Ebola to enter the United States. Multiple agencies involved here are also very involved in tracking people just to make sure that nobody comes into this country that has Ebola and creates a problem for us. And we feel like we've got good efforts in place to do that, and Americans should feel assured that the president and his administration is doing everything we can to protect them on that front.
Family and medicine physician Dr. Jessica Gray joins me now. Dr. Gray, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Can we keep Ebola out of this country?
I cannot believe they took it
Can
down.
actually guarantee zero imported cases of Ebola, and that's just the plain fact about it. But we have done things back in the 2014 outbreak in West Africa that actually kept the infection from spreading into the United States. So there's not a for sure way we can 100% keep it out, but we have been able to practice some effective methods to keep it out in the past outbreak, which was very important. And we're trying to implement some of those similar things now as well.
All right, so Doctor, the New York-based International Rescue Committee said on Tuesday that the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda is now spreading faster than responders can contain it, and risks are becoming what could be the deadliest on record. What is different about this strain?
So there are multiple strains of Ebola, and this strain is the one that's a little bit more rare. It's not new, though. We've actually known about this strain since 2007. It was identified first in Uganda. It is called the Bundabujo strain of Ebola. The other one is that we may have known about a little more is the Zaire strain. The problem is right now that we do not have an effective vaccine.
I can't find it. It's gone.
Treatment the way we do for the Zaire strains. So this is a more rare, potentially the same amount of lethality. We're looking at 25 to 50% lethality with this infection.
Bro, what is it with these infections that are popping up all over the fucking place, these new viruses? I can't believe they got rid of that clip. That's really bugging me now. What the fuck? They actually removed the clip altogether. I can't find it anywhere now.
It doesn't have some of the therapies that we are
I need
used
a
to
clip
using.
of Neil
the other
deGrasse
strain.
Tyson explaining
Tell
how he
us
showed
what
his
happens
friend
to somebody when they
the
contract
moon site
Ebola.
landing, and he said that he
So
had
the very
nothing else
first
to
symptoms
discuss
of
once the
Ebola
friend
are
said
pretty
that
similar to things
NASA
like
could
an
affect
influenza infection. You're going to have things like fever, severe GI symptoms. The problem is that you don't really know that you're having Ebola until the symptoms get much worse necessarily, unless you've had that direct exposure. Everyone's always concerned about getting this, traveling on an airplane or something like that. You're not going to get it that way. It's got to be direct exposure to the bodily fluids of someone who's had it. The biggest concern is in the end, without supportive care, people have multi-system organ failure.
Yeah. And Dr. Gray, finally here, the White House said recently that they are setting up a facility in Kenya to treat Americans who have been exposed to Ebola. Usually those Americans would be sent back to the United States, but this time it's being treated in Kenya. Tell us about this change and if you think this is a good idea.
So I could really only comment that, there's more of a policy issue there. I can really only comment on the medical side of it. Really, the biggest thing is that we need to make sure patients who contract Ebola need to have the highest level of care. They need to be given care in an ICU setting. And so
there we go. I found it. Holy fuck.
Care, we need to make sure that
Holy
it is
fuck, that was annoying as shit, dude. Jesus, that was
that
annoying.
the United States has the highest level possible. So
I found it. I actually fucking... Yo, that was gonna drive me crazy. I gotta find it and put it back in. I gotta put it back into rotation, man. This is the video.
Guy who didn't believe we went to the moon. So I said, what kind of evidence would convince you? He said, images of the landing site of the Apollo missions. So I said, okay, here's a website where we sent an orbiter to the moon so that it was close enough, because ground-based telescopes, they don't have the resolution to see the landing sites. But if you get close enough to the moon, you can. It photographed the entire surface of the moon, and there were the landing sites, and you saw the rover tracks and the base for the lunar module, and that night he went home and found it. Then he came back and says, well, NASA could have faked that. Well, I'm done with you. We have no more to talk about because he's not ready to be convinced. There
you go. I was trying to find this whenever I was talking to that idiot, but I couldn't. They fucking removed the video. It's gone now. So I had
Another
to
piece of good news.
Had to re-get it, I guess. That's crazy, man. All right, so if you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Check out the Discord. Hell yeah. Sticks and Rachel for joining the Discord. Sorry about that, guys. I did not want to take as long trying to find that, but I got to make sure it stays in rotation, man. That was going to irk the hell out of me. Okay, there we go.
D-trans.
Oh, here you go. We're gonna move on to a body cam after this. Like I said, I do politics every single day. Every single day. So just tune in tomorrow for the next little bit of politickies.
Another piece of good news. Detransitioner wins a settlement after a lawsuit after therapists following double mastectomy. These are people who thought they were trans and then changed their mind. They are now winning lawsuits against these people.
All right, well, sure are. That's what you get. That's what you get. Whenever you want to sit here and play games with people's livelihoods and it backfires, that's what you fucking get. Girl refuses to stop spam calling 911. Ooh. Let's do... I don't really see any Midwest safety videos. Where's Code Blue Cam? Where is Code Blue Cam? Actually, you know what we'll do instead? Shit. We'll, it's already 11:32. YouTube. Here. Police doesn't end well. We'll do a short one. We'll do this one. How about that?
Hey, partner. Come on.
What?
Come on.
What?
You're under arrest.
For what?
Because you and her.
For what? For what?
Don't pull away.
Dude.
You're under arrest.
Are you kidding me? What am I under arrest for?
You just stole that shit.
I didn't steal anything. I'm leaving the buggy there.
No, you passed.
Yes, I am.
You passed.
Bro, I'm leaving the buggy there. Come on, please, sir. Please.
The officer's body cam shuts off due to the suspect's struggle. He is able to turn it back on a few seconds later. In the midst of both the suspect and the cop pepper spraying each other.
Damn. Damn. Bro's going crazy. Control V. There you go. Send. Let's get it. Midwest Safety. Check out Midwest Safety on YouTube. Hell yeah. Damn, bro. Damn.
Please stop. Get a car.
Oh, now you crying like a little bitch. What? What's the matter? Because you got caught, you feel the need to pepper spray the police officer?
Walmart. Car up at Walmart. I'm in a fight.
Ooh, they coming. They coming. Backup's on the way, brother.
Free me with me. I'm done. Stop, I'm done. I swear to God, I'm done. Sir, listen to me, please. Please, sir. Sir. Please, I need... Can I explain something to you, please? Sir, I had no choice.
Had no choice? So you had no choice but to sit there and pull out your pepper spray and pepper spray a police officer? Bro, what are we doing? We gotta put this dude in a hole. We gotta put him in a hole and only let him out whenever it's time to go to work detail.
I had no choice but to do this. Ma'am. I was getting threatened. Under arrest too. Sir. Ma'am, don't go anywhere. Sir, please listen to me. Sir, please. Sir, come on, stop. Get on the fucking ground.
He's still resisting arrest. Still resisting arrest.
The body cam shuts off yet again while backup is on the way. One officer is entering Walmart's parking lot at this exact moment, about 15 seconds away from the scene.
You see, that's the dumb shit I'm talking about. You sitting there resisting arrest, being a fucking pain in everybody's ass, and then you end up getting your damn neck snapped. I can't stand this mentality of, well, that doesn't mean he deserves to die. Well, what the hell else are you supposed to do with this idiot? If you sitting there resisting arrest and you got to put your like shit happens whenever your adrenaline's pumping and stuff like this is happening, you getting pepper sprayed, and if this cop accidentally like landed on this dude's neck and broke his fucking neck and killed him, rip bozo. Like, maybe you shouldn't have done it. I can't stand these people crying like little bitch. Like, the body cams have done irreparable damage to these idiots, and it's a beautiful thing. Body cams are fucking amazing. I love body cams. Just imagine how many police officers were trying to do their job, and you come to a scene like this, some jackass is sitting here fucking resisting arrest and being a fucking problem, and they get completely like roughed up, right? And they get away because they think the police did something wrong. I love it. Doesn't matter if a law enforcement officer is telling you to get out of your car. Well, maybe you should just get the fuck out of the car. Live today, fight tomorrow. Take it up in court. There is never going to be a day where you're going to physically aggress the police and you think you're just going to get away with that shit. You still get arrested, you still get thrown in the back of the police cruiser, or you end up getting shot and killed. Live today, fight tomorrow. If the police is telling you to get the fuck out of the car, remember who has the gun in the situation. Who has the authority in the situation. Even if you don't think it's right, you still have to abide by that. And if you abide by it and it's wrong, it's wrongful in any way, shape, or form, guess what? You get a big fat fucking paycheck because you sue the shit out of the department. You know why? Because everything's being recorded now. Even if you think it's wrongful, shut the fuck up, stop acting like a fucking animal, and do what you're told.
It's still in his cheek.
Are you here? I got him. I have a broken hand. Jesus Christ. Get on the fucking ground. No! I'm trying. I have a broken fucking hand. Stay on the ground. Don't.
I do. I go out every day and run for 16 minutes. I do go outside every single day. I edit my videos down and then I go out probably around like 5 or 4:30 in the afternoon. Block, assign, plan, prove me wrong. UI are programmed to see snake better than any animal. It's not just a test on the black community. Fear is being... Oh, it's this guy again. DNA evolution speaking. It's proven science that trauma through DNA. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to Google that. I'm going to let the lady talk. And if she says that you're wrong, I'm going to let chat vote on if you get to stay on the island or not. Is trauma passed down through DNA? Why isn't this
Yes,
playing?
trauma can be passed down through generations. Severe stress adds chemical tags to genes, a process called epigenetics, which can affect how offspring process stress. These changes, shown in studies of Holocaust survivors, can alter stress hormone production. However, these epigenetic changes aren't permanent. Healing and support can help.
So, unlike most content creators, I know how to admit when I'm wrong. And guys, I was wrong. Well, how about that? Well, there you go. We have a truth speaker in the chat. W truth speaker. But that still doesn't give anyone in any community to go out and cause violence and danger to other communities, regardless of how you are. I have ADD, ADHD, depression, tics, impulses. My mother beat the fuck out of me whenever I was a child. She took me out of middle school. I never went to middle school. Moved to Texas at the age of 16. Graduated at high school. Went to college, became a firefighter. Never did a single crime in my entire life as far as I'm concerned. Just because of how you were raised doesn't determine who you are. So either way, just because you're black and you're poor doesn't give you the right to go out and commit heinous crimes. I was poor. I was raised in a trailer that had no floor. You saw your breath. My mom had to tell me that that there was no Santa Claus because she couldn't afford Christmas, and all of the programs that were supposed to be for people who were poor wouldn't help us. At the end of the day, you decide who you are. I've been in fist fights saying no to drugs. You decide who you are, not the world. Oh, you think, okay, hold on. You think I don't advocate for healthcare? No. See, we're on the same page, you just don't realize it. You just don't realize it. I think that we should abolish healthcare systems like health insurance because they're fucking scams. We need to give universal basic income because AI is going to take everyone's jobs. And we need to have universal basic health care. Period. And it should only go to citizens. You don't think I'm on the same page with that? Dude, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I want what's best for the American people. I don't give a fuck who's running the country. I like what Trump is doing. See, you're not a disagreeer. You're right. You just didn't understand what I was advocating for. That's what it was.
Do you understand? She's going to get some water for you. Where'd the female go? Please. I beg you. I swear to God.
It is. It's an excuse. I'm sorry, but I was raised with a lot of black friends. This is one of the reasons why I talk the way I talk. And you know what I didn't become? Another statistic. You choose what your outcome in life is. Now, you may not have the best job in the world, but you know what doesn't help that outcome? Getting caught doing drugs or something illegal.
He's got felonies all day long. Radio, I got one to change. Dude, I'm so sorry. Church, you want an ambulance?
Bro, that guy is fucking... Oh, you know what? I thought he was overheated. He's got that pepper spray in his face.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Fucking night was almost over, you fucking dude. I was leaving the cart there. I was leaving the cart there. I swear to God.
I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. A lot of people in the chat think the same way I do. As long as you're respectful with your opposing views and you're not being a jackass in chat, you will almost never get banned. The moment you start calling people names, or the moment you start calling me a name, you're going to probably get pulled up and banned. I want the truth to be out there. I don't have a reason to lie. I want the truth. And I don't want a narrative either. I want the fucking truth. That's what I want. That's what I long for. I don't want to spread misinformation. I want to make sure that what I'm talking about is as accurate as possible. And if you're trying to spread misinformation by being partly accurate, who knows? You might get in trouble.
Oh my God.
Oh, by the way, check out the Discord. Check out the Discord. I got Rachel and Sticks in there, holding it down. We got a Discord. I live stream on every platform. I'm on Kick, Rumble, Insta, Twitch. Not Insta, X. YouTube, a 1980 by, it's like 1080 by 1920 YouTube, and YouTube Shorts. Most of my money is coming from the YouTube Shorts algorithm at the moment. So W YouTube Shorts. W donators, y'all have also contributed a big amount. W channel members, by the way, I run the channel completely by myself. So please, if you're new here, just stopping by every morning and dropping a like does wonders. I'm here all 7 days of the week. All 7 days I'm live. After I get done live streaming, I go off and I edit all the videos up and I cut them up and I upload 4 videos a day with 4 shorts a day on Rumble, YouTube, and I upload shorts to Instagram, X, Rumble, TikTok, and YouTube shorts. I do it all myself. So like, please stick around. The more friends that we have that are like-minded, the better off we're gonna be. Check out the jewels. If you donate jewels on the stream, it helps out with the viewership. I think any amount of money that you donate on the stream, YouTube kind of gets a little percentage of that, which is a good thing because then they put the video up into the algorithm a little higher. So I also start at 8 a.m. on Saturday and Sundays, but I do usually stream later. So if you're a weekend person, weekend person. By the way, the streams are always up.
You had to fucking do that! Oh my god! Now you're
What's going on here is you've got a professional criminal that decided to run from the police and then pepper spray them whenever he got caught. And, you know, it's not working out too well for him.
Hey, Church, we got him. We're good.
Oh my god!
Alright, feet down. Stand your ass up.
Oh, I have a bowl in my pocket.
I'm not concerned.
Just let you know. A bowl? A bowl.
So what does this guy just have a bowl as a cup or something? Why does this guy have a bowl in his pocket?
A pipe, or no. I was being held at gunpoint, I swear to God.
Here at gunpoint?
Not here, but I was being told that if I don't go and do this and get this stuff...
We can't look at that. We can't look at that. We gotta hide that. I don't know if those of you who don't know what that is, that's fine. I'm kind of shocked that got through. Midwest Safety is usually pretty good at blotting that stuff out. It's an old video though, so.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
You okay, Church?
He fucked me up. Hit me with pepper spray. Fucking got me good too.
Keep putting water on it, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna throw him in here real quick.
Oh my god.
What are you crying about?
I need you to
Dude, he literally over here pepper spraying a cop. He's over there, the cop's over there flushing his eyes out. And this dude crying like a little bitch, like mommy's gonna come save the day. Dude, like, oh my god. I'm so sick of this fucking victim fucking mentality with these schizos running around, dude. Like, oh my, dude, just so frustrating.
What happened, bro?
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
Yes, you are.
Church got pepper sprayed.
Bro, he put so much pepper spray in that dude's face, too. He put so much pepper spray. That is gonna fuck him up for days.
Fucking end of the night. What a dick. His girl's somewhere, too.
What'd she look at?
She's all wearing black. She's got a black puffy coat.
Open your eye.
Oh, fuck. I knew he was reaching in his pocket. I was gonna fucking shoot his ass. Oh, he's so dark. I didn't get his pepper spray's somewhere around here.
I got it.
Oh, man, that burns.
I wonder if he emptied the canister.
He got me good, too.
I bet.
Oh, yeah, we could probably sneak that. Yeah.
There's another person.
Yeah.
I bet that man is so fucking... I bet his blood is boiling. He's probably over there smoking. He's so angry. Bro's over there and he's just see the heat radiating and turning all the freaking water into steam coming off of his bald head, bro. I bet that man is furious right now. Woo!
They're in the minivan. All right, we're in an SUV.
She probably took off.
I can definitely wait. I can definitely wait.
No, we're good.
I can't see a fucking thing. He got me fucking good, man.
Hope you feel better, brother.
Are you hurting anywhere else, Church?
No, I just
your eyes.
Any more water?
Yeah.
I gotta stop getting fucking sprayed, man.
This has happened before? Has this happened to this man before? Bro, how often has this happened to him? Are you No way this happened to him before.
I see him reaching in his pocket. I was fucking going for my gun. I'm like, is he fucking pulling a knife on me? Yeah. He's so fucking lucky I didn't kill his ass. All right. Oh, I'm fucked up, dude. He got me. He blasted me fucking good. Oh, no.
Damn, that sucks so bad. Bro.
Here, take my gun. Go lock it in your car. I gotta go rinse my fucking face off in the slop sink.
Yeah, you want to just take your belt off?
I got it. I got all. You're good. I'm gonna fucking throw
Don't they also tase police officers too? Don't they tase them in the off chance they're like someone has their taser as well? Or is that military? Maybe that's military. No, because it has to be cops too, huh? Don't they have to get like tased at least once? Bro, I bet that shit is like seeped into his shirt and everything, bro. That has to suck so bad. I know that in the military they gas you with that like irritant, whatever that is. I know that. Yeah, you hear him? He's still over there, dude. That'd be me. He over there saying, "Motherfucker." Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I bet that cop, if he got his hands on that little bastard again, he'd be swinging on him, dude. I'm not even kidding. I could already see his mindset. He'd be like, man, I wish I had that little bastard in my hands now. If I'd known how bad this was going to hurt, I'd have been swinging on his ass.
The squad's here for you, man.
Bro, he's still getting... Bro in the broom closet trying to flush his face. Damn. Oh, dude. WW employee at the Walmart. Bringing him some milk, bro.
Yeah,
Yo.
all the information for this theft. No, it just happened. If you want to get that started, that way we can get our paperwork.
All right, Nigel. Stay safe out there, brother.
And then I'll come check on you in a little bit. Is that his?
Yeah.
Do you want me to just bring the squad in here?
When cops know.
Pepper sprayed. He's trying to.
I think we should bring back police brutality. We need to make police brutality great again. I mean, like, but how many of these schizos that are running around that don't get the sentences they deserve? I mean, at this point, like, come on now.
As much as possible. That's all we're gonna do. Yeah, we did like.
Because, like, I can't tell you how many of these body cam videos that I've watched where, like, a cop gets kicked in the groin and then the assault charges are dropped on the police officer. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen that.
Water bottles, and then
like these cops are not your fucking punching bags, man.
He's doing milk now. Milk. He wanted milk.
Goo goo gaga. I want milk.
That's awful.
Right there.
You want the ambulance to clean your head off? Is it bleeding? Let me see. Look at me.
I can't. They can rinse your face and your head off. You want that? Yes, I do.
You do? All right.
Let them get church first, and then.
I don't even know where they went. All right. Where are they at?
Right at the entrance at the slop sink.
All right. He got sprayed too, so they need to clean his head off.
Keep your eyes open and just try and let the water run.
I got a bottle of saline here. You want to hold your eye open to it.
You guys something in there. You guys got something you can clear.
Bro, he's still up in there?
Oh, he has it too?
He got sprayed too. He's got a little.
The hell with him. Just let him sit in it. Let him stew in his own stupidity. This guy needs the one that needs help.
You guys got like a spare towel or something?
That's what I'm going to grab.
All right. This damn place. I don't need a big one. Just
he's like in a thing to say, dude, just dump a gallon of milk on his head. Seriously, it's the only that'll help.
I just got a sheet.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is Walmart, dude. They probably got 100 of them in there.
Hey, Matthew, we're going to clean your face off, okay? What? What'd you say? Why would I hurt you?
Sit upright. You gotta use your big boy words. I can't hear your mumbling, okay? Yes.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Finally, someone who says it.
We established that. Very good.
Yeah, he sprayed him. I know. In church.
How much y'all want to make a bet that they're gonna drop that charge as an assault charge on that officer? How much y'all want to make a bet that's just not even gonna be held up in court? Bro getting pepper sprayed in the face, and he's not even gonna be able to beat the hell out of the dude that did it.
Sprayed him too.
And he's not even gonna serve any time for it either. Watch. They're gonna drop that shit.
We're gonna put. Yeah, we gotta wear some out, dude. You know what?
His eye. Open your eye. Get down. Pepper sprayed in your.
Does hurt that bad.
Oh, we're not even gonna find out, dude. What?
Now trust me, being pepper sprayed does hurt that bad. Hey guys, I'm John and I appreciate
Bro, whenever I see someone folding over like a fucking paper airplane, hacking up their guts, dude, I know for a fact it hurts. I could hear it. I don't think anybody in the world likes the feeling of throwing up.
Departments across the United States begin to adopt pepper spray in the late 80s and early 90s. It's definitely a tool that can help, but it can also
Do they have pepper spray? I didn't even think of that. Do cops have pepper spray, right?
officers by suspects. Now, unfortunately, I've been on the receiving end of being pepper sprayed, unfortunately by another officer by mistake. And although it's a very uncomfortable experience, it should wear off after about 20 minutes in most cases. However, a person who has
negative.
Exposure
really?
To pepper spray
they don't have pepper spray?
Diminished lung function.
No shit.
It's imperative to flush the eyes ASAP with water. So today, guys, we have another shoplifting case which quickly escalates as soon as the officer engages with the suspect. And this video shows you
the issue with this shoplifter is that he also had felony warrants as well. So this guy was dangerous. He had felony warrants. That's what the cop was whenever he was folded over on the ground was saying.
Danger of what can occur when officers are dealing with shoplifters. Now, as soon as the officer uses pepper spray, he got into a violent struggle, and the officer was pepper sprayed as well. And keep in mind that when sprayed with pepper spray, it causes vision and breathing problems, as you can see in this video. But I commend this officer who stayed in the fight while dealing with being
But the cop had pepper spray. So the cop pepper sprayed him, and then he pepper sprayed the cop.
And the officer was pepper sprayed as well. And keep in mind that when sprayed with pepper spray, it causes vision and breathing.
Do cops have fucking pepper? Now I gotta Google it. Hold on. I want to make sure. Do cops have pepper spray? Yes, police officers widely use pepper spray, commonly known as OC.
Police use pepper spray or OC spray as a non-lethal option.
So they do have
it. It causes temporary blindness and burning, allowing officers to subdue people.
Okay.
Problems, as you can see in this video. But I commend this officer who stayed in the fight while dealing with being heavily affected by the pepper spray, and backup arrived just in time to assist in taking the male into custody. But he had to deal with a violent suspect while simultaneously...
You know what I carry on my keychain? I carry a gun. Whenever I got suspended from YouTube for their bullshit firearm policy that they use to vaguely in order to censor people, I was streaming to Twitch and I showed my firearms. I have 3 of them. I have one right here on my keyboard tray. It's right here, and I keep an extra magazine right next to it. I have another gun where I sleep, and I have a 45 that I have in a little thing.
Dealing with the burn and sting.
Whenever I go out, the gun is small enough that it has a clip on the side. I'm able to clip it to my belt. In Texas, you can open and conceal carry.
Spray. Now, unfortunately, while struggling with the male suspect, the female suspect just calmly walks off. And it amazed me how the suspect wanted to be treated like a baby in the back of the police vehicle after he pepper sprayed a police officer. But believe it or not, these so-called tough suspects start crying when they
get if I gotta use something like pepper spray, where I'm getting my ass beat that bad, you bet your bottom dollar I'm about to pull out that firearm, man. I don't cause problems. I don't fight nobody. I don't do nothing. I go to the store, get what I need, and drag my sorry ass back home. If somebody wants to attack me, they about to have a bad time. I promise you.
Of a police vehicle. I've seen it a lot. The suspect played a stupid game, so he won a stupid prize. He got arrested and he got charged.
This suspect was charged with resisting arrest, battery on
especially with the stand your ground laws in Texas. You fuck around, you find out here.
enforcement officer, and petty theft. He is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
All right, guys, that's it. W stream, W chat. As always, you guys are fucking awesome. I love all y'all. Y'all are so badass. Do not hurt cops. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, no cops should be hurt during any kind of, like, I guarantee you, if you start letting these cops just straight up, like, give warning shots before they try to take down one of these guys, or like if they start like trying to use their car as a battering ram, you just start shooting them. You start shooting these bastards. You're gonna see a whole lot of these people not doing that anymore. If you make it into law where you can get popped in the back of the fucking head if you sitting here acting like a schizo in public, how about y'all want to make a bet that shit's gonna go away? It's gonna be just like the shooting of Renee Good. You noticed how none of those idiots use those cars anymore to block in ICE agents? That shit stopped overnight. Overnight it stopped. All right, boys and ladies, we are rolling up out of here. If you're new here, make sure you sub to the channel. I'm here every day, every single day, same time, no matter what. Unless the power goes out or there's a act of God that I can't control. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here every day doing the same thing, having a great time, making fun of stupid people. W chat. Y'all are awesome. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love. I lowered the wrong one. I lowered the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so stay safe, stay friendly. I will see y'all tomorrow. W chat, W chat, W donos, W gifted memberships, W jewels. Stay safe out there. Stay away from crazy people. When you should be getting after it. Try to put a smile. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Have a good rest of y'all's day, by the way. I'm out, boys and ladies. Hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got it.